It's a new show. Yes, it is.
You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't booty.
And you can't beat that.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
There ain't no stopping us now. We celebrate on the floor. Drop down, we're ready to go. To all the people across every nation, turn it up and give me some more.
Whoa, indeed. Wait, no, hold on. Boo. God, Ric Flair would have been the greatest ghost.
Ooh, he will be. One day.
Oh, come on, man.
What?
I don't know. Like it's like you not said you weren't wishing ill upon him. You were just talking about eventualities. Hey, guess what, everybody? At some point, you're gonna die. Good night, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Hi,
Yukio.
Morose, salute at best. Okay, Justin.
Nathan.
Hey, okay. Professional.
Yes.
As I move the microphone. Hey, everybody. Welcome to hashtag WrestlePals. Your weekly
Episodic?
episode. Okay.
Are we?
Okay. You want a storyline?
Yes.
Hey, Justin. Remember that thing that happened last week?
No.
I do. Dun dun dun. Oh, we're
Dummy. Yeah.
We're both trying to do danger music over each other. Dun dun dun, and you go bum bum bum. Hey, I guess it could work together.
Close enough.
It's fine. We both just want to produce. We just want to produce our own episode. Hey, it's WrestlePals. That's enough. You know who this is.
Come on, fucking guy.
I will. I'm sorry, Chuggo. Wherever you are, I'm sorry I let you down.
Canada. Canada.
Is he?
He's Canadian.
Yeah, what? Nobody's that angry from.
Excuse you. Put that candy back.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, Justin, this week was monumental. Oh, God, I forgot the promo. Justin Wilson, a real man of science.
Real man of science. That's me.
They're still not sponsored. Like, I went and I got a Monster because it was on sale.
And because it's Halloween?
Yes, in fact, yes. That's why I got it. No one
Bailey
believes me.
disagrees.
Even Bailey doesn't. She's right. Bailey will always. She's sweet about it, but she'll always call you on your garbage.
That's true.
And then you'll make up and be friends again. Okay, apparently
Also
that's
true.
happened. That's also true.
And that's also true.
Monumental events happening this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Justin, I can't.
I was so excited.
Like it hit the build. We were a little shaky on the build,
A little bit.
and
I mean, I feel like it almost came out of nowhere.
and you know it. Whoa, careful with that. Bad things come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I felt like the build was tempered, and it was tamped down. Very, very just like, hey, we're gonna have a thing. You know it exists. That's cool. You want to watch?
I saw some pictures here and there of it too.
And mentions of it.
Yeah,
and there's a couple people like individually that were going to be involved. That were like, hey, there's the thing. You might want to watch it. Ain't no big deal. I mean, we're doing other stuff, but hey, this is cool too. One of the greatest moments in not just wrestling but entertainment history
It's true.
happened this weekend, and
Episodic even.
yeah, you know what? One can hope.
Only can hope.
I hope this isn't the last.
I know, right?
I mean, this was the first. I hope this isn't the last. I hope this builds to something. I really feel like it's going somewhere. Mm-hmm. You know?
I mean, it lends itself to multiple. Like, there's plenty of themes that can go around.
And
it.
you got a lot of people that only got they get a little bit here and there,
A little bit of screen time.
and people that haven't had screen time in years on a big event like this. All of a sudden, there they are. I feel bad about this. I feel like I'm so. Okay, I'm gonna commit. There they are, eating worms. It's the boogeyman. Of course, I'm talking about House Hardy Halloween They had a name for it, I'm sure.
House Hardy Halloween.
House Hardy
That's what
Halloween.
you're trying to say, I believe.
That was the event of the. It's Halloween, damn it! That's why. Oh, now I feel bad. Do you
Why?
feel bad?
No.
Because you let me do it.
Well, no.
I see you avoiding eye contact over there. Like, yeah, you're in it now, dude. Go.
No. See, the thing is, what
yes.
we like to do when there's a pay-per-view, it's going to get a ton of time. We're
Absolutely.
going to give Evolution plenty of time to breathe.
What's that?
Yeah. But you like to lead with a little something different. Today is Halloween.
Yes, it is.
The House Hardy Halloween special happened, and it was just as ridiculous and amazing as one might hope.
Dude.
Was that your favorite part? The green beans and the worms?
No, because what happened was I was watching with an audience that's not quite as initiated on and when it's ridiculous and silly, like right at the beginning for like the first half of it, it was like, yeah, they're crazy, right? And then it got to a part where it's like, they're making in references from the 90s and early 2000s. What's with the green beans? Are those real worms? This isn't fun anymore. And I'm like, yeah, dude, shut up. It's great. You don't know.
It went on like just that extra because it went past the awkward right back to oh my god, this is great.
Oh, see, because he's eating worms. That's weird and awful, right? But we've established Matt Hardy enjoys the green beans. They're a delicacy. They're wonderful.
Wonderful.
So Boogeyman is going to try them as opposed to his usual, worms.
Which are
Well, they're worms.
they're delicious apparently according to
Everybody ate worms. Why did everybody eat worms? There were far too many people eating worms. Like far too uncomfortable.
Here's a little sidestep.
Oh God! Don't tell me you have worms.
No, one of the ladies that ate worms, one of Godfather's ladies, follows us on the Instagram.
That's a mistake. Hey, and you can too at
WrestlePals.
Word.
Just that easy.
Yeah.
Hashtag WrestlePals. You will find us guaranteed.
Us.
Hashtag Live Loves Justin.
Okay. I've heard this before somewhere. I think it's catching on.
That's right. Because it's the truth.
These are your hashtag old man fantasies, huh? Okay, just say.
These are my hashtag truths.
So the House Hardy thing happened, Justin, and we were expecting ridiculous. And
Why do we get this question every week?
What's up?
Will CM Punk be coming back to Monday Night Raw?
If he ever gets the urge to and wants to, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think it's on him. I'm sure they've thrown money at
There's
him.
much more important things to talk about than
Yes.
CM Punk right now. I apologize. I'm not trying to be rude, but we're talking House Hardy Halloween here. Okay?
Very important. A monumental
important.
moment in the weekend. Biggest event of the, 11.
Trust me, we're just being
11:30
silly
hour.
when we say that.
Yes, please. Please.
We will be talking Evolution.
I think they went to Hardy, and they were just like, I don't know, man. You want to do stuff? We got this network. I guess we've done shows before. I guess you could do a show. I guess I don't know. We're not gonna give you all the production value or anything. We want you to keep doing that weird stuff you do. To which he's like, okay.
Well, I mean, since all signs point to his in-ring. Well, he's even said as much. His in-ring career is done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
said
has made
that
mention
much.
of that.
Yes.
Oh
But
my.
he did say, I'm not closing the door to wrestling. Just in-ring is done. Like, he's not done with the business. He's just done wrestling.
You know what this ends up leading to?
I hope more House Hardy specials, first of all.
Well, come on. They left it as a cliffhanger. First of all,
Yes.
just some basic storytelling points. Well done. Dumb. Everybody got their stuff in there. Hurricane is always fun to see.
Fake Hurricane, who couldn't get the catchphrases right. It's kind of great.
What is up with that? Good Lord.
Sugar Shane, what's going on? I like the fake conquistadors.
The fake conquistadors were fantastic.
Edge Christian, is that you? Oh.
No. Skarsgård was there.
Yep.
Vanguard 1 got a girlfriend.
Yes.
Prominent dancing from Senor Benjamin. Rebby is glamorous and wonderful as always, bringing in with various accompaniment
Yes.
via piano.
Or what is it? The 88 keys? How many? What is the number?
There's 88 on us.
Ah!
Yes, okay, cool. No, that was only 10 you held up there. What are you doing? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. You had to think about it, and you screwed it up. What's wrong with you? Terrible. Though that's not a skill most people have to do very often. There's a performance issue at that point. I'm sorry, Justin. Ooh,
Just be over here.
what the
me.
were you expecting House Hardy like out of the blue? Did they mention that it was going to happen, or was it just kind of there?
I remember seeing stuff about
They
the
mentioned that
Hardys were doing something.
they were interested in doing something.
Yeah. But I don't remember seeing anything specifically saying, "Hey, this is what they're doing," and I definitely did not see. Usually, at the end of the pay-per-view, if something else is coming up, they're like, "Oh, make sure you stay tuned." House Hardy
Yeah, don't forget, we're
Don't
going to
forget.
promo this. No, it was a surprise out of nowhere.
out of nowhere.
And it showed up, and I was like, is this happening now? Because I was ready to be like, all right, cool. You guys have tolerated the wrestling enough.
Camp
Thank you.
WWE time.
Yes. It's a new season probably every 2 years. This could be the start of something weird and amazing, because
Yeah.
not just as a House Hardy thing, but the idea of building people's characters outside of the wrestling shows.
Yes.
Because we've seen a lot of like reality television type
Right.
thing, which is great.
It works.
Table for three, you pull the curtain back, you get to talk to everybody, you get to see about them. Holy Foley was like more of a reality show type thing, but so somewhat reality show type thing, whatever, right? And you've had the other shows like Ride Along, fantastic. But again, it's more a reality show. I want a little bit of fantasy, I guess, in this, and yeah, this did not disappoint. It was all kinds of weird. What happened?
There's no way that's real.
Calm down, Justin. Justin,
What?
calm down.
There's no way that's real.
Yeah, somebody is hurting your feelings.
Very much so.
Yeah.
But it's
huh?
okay.
Hey, whoever's out there trying to hurt Justin, well done. You got him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at you. Got him. Well done. Well done.
How does that happen?
You don't know. You're shaky. Look at you.
Yeah.
Poor Justin. Poor Justin. So, just everything that could be weird happened in this thing, including I'm very happy for Jeff. Anytime Jeff shows up.
Itchweed.
And then, yes, of course, after going into the Lake of Reincarnation.
I like
Episodic storytelling.
Yes, because he just kind of who was it out there? Kama. Well, Godfather.
No, it was not Kama.
It was
I was
Godfather.
expecting Kama to come back.
Yeah, it was Godfather just hanging out.
First of all, do you remember Godfather ever sounding like that?
Yes.
Is that what his voice sounds like?
Yes.
It was weird.
Hey, Ralph.
And, I'm not Ralph. Oh, there's Ralph.
Hey, that name, that... I just want to... No,
don't block
no,
that
no.
user, Justin.
How do I find out?
Who
that really is.
You're suddenly going to be so mad. Justin's doing detective work over here. Good Lord. Somebody's mean to you.
I know. But the only way... Okay, because Periscope is Twitter. Twitter is Periscope. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
What's this have to do with Tout? Never heard of it?
Oh, boy.
So, man, I hope we get more of this dumb stuff because I feel like they really... this feels like Matt Hardy just said, I'm going to do this all on my own. I don't even want you meddling. Don't give me no money. Don't give me no equipment. Maybe a little bit. No big deal. But it's allowing them to do dumb stuff on the thing, on the network. You've got this free space to do dumb stuff, and it's a fantastic, weird use of it. Also, very happy to see all of the cast of characters. Very specifically, and this is when the new initiates into the wrestling universe were like, I don't know what's going on, but this is okay. Appearance by George Washington,
Of course.
But
the other one was better. Smoking Joe.
Smoking Joe
Was
Frazier.
the best thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
Like, there's no explanation for it.
Uh-huh.
It just happened. If you have not watched the
There's
House
no way
Hardy,
to train a kangaroo.
no,
Not in that regard.
no. So he's just out there just being Matt Hardy and getting legitimate. I'm sure that thing kicked him a couple times.
Of course.
And he's just like, that's fine.
Joe, no.
Personally insulted by a kangaroo declining his invitation to his Halloween party, because of course he's having a Halloween party. Does this mean we
Did
get?
I mention this? Like, because
What?
Whoever's being mean, do I mention them?
Hmm?
Because
No, you didn't mention them.
no, should I is the question.
I don't care. Do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do.
Because that's a very specific name.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, I love Liv Morgan.
Okay. Okay.
What?
Uh,
What'd I do? I did nothing. Just told the truths.
so, Justin,
Yes.
do we get one of these for every holiday?
Yes, at least.
Do you want a Thanksgiving with the House Hardy?
Yes.
Do you want Christmas at the House
Yes.
Hardy? I think Christmas happens no matter what.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder
Yes.
how long it took them to throw this together. Because has it just been since he's been off? Did they write and kind of do this for a month?
I'm pretty sure it's just since he's been off. Like I said, I mean, I've been seeing stuff. I just wasn't sure what it was.
Like, I'm sorry, forget Peanuts. Sorry, Charles Schultz. Your memory, your legacy is gone. It's being taken over by a damned crazy man and his
Who
animals.
says that Charles Schultz wasn't crazy though? Wah, 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 wah.
Okay, you present an argument. It's not a good one, but I mean, all right. He didn't do that, and he just never wrote that. Did he responsible for that?
Sure.
I don't know. I was very worried during the special when Jeff was breaking into
Jeff.
song. Jeff was breaking into song because it was good.
Jeff's gonna sing now.
What? Oh God! I was terrified there was going to be like a 20-minute music break,
Oh yeah.
or like even like one song was going to go on for like 7
There's
minutes.
no way to work a song into that.
No, but you know what they did? They
Completely
did like
disrupts the
they did
flow.
like a minute and 30, and then they were out. And they're like, "Hey, he sings. I'm going to go take a break now." It's like, cool, man.
He goes into the lake.
And then someone else comes back out.
So Godfather is standing out there. We started telling this earlier. Godfather's standing out there, and Jeff just walks in like, "Hey, man!"
Just walks in like,
casual.
"Oh, I left something down there. I got to go get it right quick."
and he's like, "Man, what the?"
This was more like character for Jeff that we've had like in the entirety of the SmackDown run.
He was more Jeff than he's ever been.
This is the most Jeff. Like, this is a 100% Jeff. More Jeff than I ever thought could possibly be. And you know what?
Jeff.
Dug it.
Yeah, because then he comes back his itchweed.
And there's no explanation. Nobody.
Halloween.
Does anybody even
Halloween
say his name?
No,
It's just there.
you just had to know.
You have to know. You're rewarded for paying attention and watching all the other dumb garbage they've done. And it's been. I was waiting for a grapes reference with Matt Hardy just eating grapes and loving them.
Yeah.
Green beans is fine. Grapes, I like.
Speaking of Christopher Brown, little bit back, Nate, you're forgetting Borash has input on all the Hardy stuff.
Fair. Oh yeah, and we had the return of the scribe as well. Well done.
I mean, I imagine they must have.
I need to watch it again because it was like too much to take in because I wasn't expecting it. Like that's something you need to like sit down and be like, all right, everybody, shut up.
Dissect. It used to not be at like.
I'm
1
ready for
o'clock at
this.
night.
And it was like what was it, like 22, 23 minutes. It was built specifically for network television. Like I don't know if that's the goal.
I have an idea for network television.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it on the air.
Don't
'cause
put it on the
somebody's
air.
gonna steal.
You've put out a little bit of the beginnings of the things and stuff.
There's just
I've been racking my brain for some branding. I'm still struggling.
the blank gimmick. I came up with a good one. I'll say it off air. Somebody tweeting us or tweeting you? Probably tweeting you.
I think it's you tweeting me.
I would never do.
We're
such
not
a
even at
thing.
that point of the show where you bother me on Twitter. You jerk. Sorry, you don't deserve that. Also, I'm burping a fish. I think it was bad. It tasted good, but oh my god, I'm gonna die.
By the way, that person watching on Periscope. I mean, they must have jumped off. They didn't say anything, unless they're just. That's just mean. Like, how does this person know?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. You want to see why Justin's rattled? I'll tell you.
I'm not really rattled.
He's not really rattled. He says he's not rattled. There was
See how
a
cool, calm, and collected I am.
we have a chat that goes on here. First of all, by all means, we encourage you to jump in the chat. Where all can they chat on? I mean, we usually default kind of to the Facebook chat.
Facebook's where we get the most.
And
traction.
that's where the best interaction between the people watching. If you want to talk with other people that are talking at us, or I don't know how it works. It's science and other stuff, but it also ties in the other chats as well from the various social media things. Puts it all in one thing so we can refer to it during the middle of the show. By all means, jump in, throw some stuff out there. He picks it up, throws it my way. I react like a deer in a lighthouse or something. I don't know. And
A Lifehouse?
yes, sure. And like I just did right here. And there was a name that popped up via Periscope, which is would be through Twitter.
I know. Before you say this name, I'd like.
I don't want to invoke the name.
I know, but I just want to let it be known.
Uh-huh.
I love Liv Morgan.
I think even the people in the back know that.
All the way back there.
Why are we in this giant theater? It's weird.
It's fun.
I suppose.
I don't know why we're all crowded into a corner, but
I like to
that I
hide.
can't answer.
I was probably a turtle in another life, so I like to be in enclosed spaces. I like to pull my limbs in and feel safe.
That's Nathan for you.
So somebody pops on
Be
in
me.
Periscope.
But how do they know is the thing.
How do you know what?
I'm just saying.
That you. Because I don't know, man.
It's not like
Every
I put
week,
that tag
every
out there
day.
or nothing.
What's that?
I didn't put that tag out there with this, so why? I'm just saying.
Okay. This week's the week.
If it's you,
So much equipment here. Let's not spit all over
yeah,
it.
please don't.
I will pull the shirt up and just explode in here. It'll be fine. It's not her. It's not her, Bowen.
Who else would it be?
It's Justin. What other shows do you want from other stars?
What do you mean?
You want a cooking show? Keep hearing rumblings of a Baron Corbin cooking show.
No, he's doing a haunted house show.
He's what?
He's going to haunted houses and stuff. I think it's Kathy Kelly that's doing the cooking show.
Mhm.
Somebody's doing a cooking show.
Talking Snack?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that name bandied about. I want more of that. I want
Yes.
them all to do half-ass weird YouTube shows that end up on the network just because we can.
Yeah.
Promote your people doing dumb other stuff outside of it. It shows more of who they are, and if they want to be in character, awesome. If they want to be out of character, if they want to use their own name, if they want to promote their own stuff, let them do it. It's bigger for you.
Okay, look, I know this is ridiculous.
What, Russell
'Cause
Pals?
I-
Yes.
well, yes. But because I can find a way to tie this into anything. But why do I love Liv Morgan?
Because, I don't know, you're a weird creep, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. That's literally everybody else on Twitter. Because you followed the Instagram, you saw the stories, you saw the real person who may or may not have joined in through Periscope, and you saw the name pop up, and you're the only one that recognizes that name, and I'm like, oh, because that must be, okay. And yeah, you got to see the real person. And yeah, we've seen even the Riot Squad clips make you cheer more for the Riot Squad. Why? Because you know that they're friends and they do dumb stuff together.
Yes.
Same deal with the New Day. You see them do dumb, weird stuff together, and it's fantastic.
That's why they rule.
That's
That's
why-
why
yeah.
Brood Day rocks.
It absolutely does. I tuned in at the wrong point, and I thought Cesaro was dead. Like, I tuned in like right at him just covered in blood, and I'm like, what the hell happened? This is on just regular TV? Oh no.
Wait a minute. Christopher Brown, you better not be messing with me. I want more Camp WWE personally. Camp WWE? He wants more? You like that show?
I liked it. It was dumb.
Oh, come on.
I felt like they should have just embraced like newer characters. I felt like they had a weird mix of like, hey, here's kids from the 90s and today, and some other weird ones, and there's some fun to be had there. But I don't know. Look, man, it was a fun place for Sergeant Slaughter to play, and that's all I gave a damn about. And Ric Flair showed up every once in a while.
Just be real about
And
it.
you could hear the joy in Vince McMahon's voice as he's recording those lines, because you know he's in the booth. He's just there happy. That was a good one. Well, it wasn't, but you know what? It's okay. It's an animated show on a wrestling network. Let's have that. And they had fun, and they were dumb. And you know what my favorite thing has been lately to pop up on the network? The little story time things. They're great.
Yeah,
And they're animated and they're dumb.
those are great.
They are.
I like the photo booth, too. Again, like...
What's Photo Booth? There's stuff on there I haven't even seen.
Really?
Yeah, what's Photo Booth?
Okay, so...
Crash course. Give me.
The photo booth is they take a collection of photos from a person's career.
Okay, I have seen this completely, and it totally all
Okay.
came back to me. They show like big moments, and he's like,
Right.
"Hey, tell me the story around this."
Yeah, and it's...
That's fantastic. I
Yeah.
saw the Gold Dust one. It was like
the
whoa.
Goldust one was terrific.
And Kurt
I
Angle
just-
one as well, right?
Yes, Kurt Angle had one. Charlotte and Ric Flair together had one.
Ooh,
The most recent one was Scott Hall. amazing. Because again, Scott Hall, one of the greatest wrestling brains in the history of the business, and like just watching him go, just through what made Razor, like we're gonna go take a full day to make me look cool. I'm in. Sign me up.
Word. Oh, is that the one where he's talking about the pose? Where he's like, Shawn Michaels said, "Get up there and pose, man."
Well, yeah, that happened on there too. He's like, all I'm thinking is my boy just wants me to be a star. He's like, go be a star, and it's like, again, just I don't know, man. The more I do this show, and once we get into Evolution, like I've been on a wrestling tear all week.
It's been good, man.
Well, and specifically, Evolution is what set it off. Like I can't get enough wrestling. This week.
You know what got me hyped was the closing segments for NXT. Like we'll have to discuss that at some point here. But then Evolution was just a, for lack of a better term, and this is really the worst term, but I'm going to use it anyway. Crown jewel of the weekend was Evolution.
Yes.
Oh wait, that's another thing too. Uh-oh.
Talk about that
What?
next hour, I guess.
Like I haven't used the word turd since I was like 7 years old, when I thought it was funny back then, and then I turned 8 and I was like, it's not funny anymore.
Turd.
Yes. No, not that. No, not man cows.
Shaw, turd. Shaw.
Shut up. Okay, you know what? 39 and it's funny again. But yeah, that's my impression of Crown Jewel right now. Ooh, the only word that comes to mind: turd.
We'll talk about it next hour.
Yeah, or not. Whatever.
No,
Continue.
we have to at least mention it. So I think this is the perfect time to transition into Evolution, evolve into the Evolution conversation.
Word. So, Batista wants to come back. Does he? He would have fun and be beloved. It would be
I want to talk
adorable.
about a couple things here. Like
Absolutely. You got some small weird stuff you wanted to hit?
No, I mean this is all related to Evolution. I think I put it in pay-per-view.
Because it really was the House Hardy thing. We joke at the beginning of the show was a fun little bow on the end of the evening, man. On a really, really good night of wrestling, on what may have been one of the finest pay-per-views in a long time. Maybe it was better because it didn't have the lead up. Maybe it was better because it was a little loose. Maybe it was better because not everything went everywhere or had to go everywhere. Left feeling good, man. From beginning to end. Continue.
God blessed ghouls.
Oh my God!
I'm so sick and tired of ghouls.
Were they out this week? Were they out?
Now, specifically, I'm going to mention this here.
Mm-hmm.
This is a specific one. I joined a whole bunch of wrestling groups in order to, just kind of get the word out about the show.
Harvest the ghouls.
Right.
Ghoul harvester.
Unfortunately. And I caught this one. I realized something after the opening match tonight. Lita don't have much of an ass. How dare you? It's one thing, like, even this, I'm starting to have a hard time with the word hot when it comes to discussing the women wrestlers, because why is that part of the conversation? Like, obviously, I understand they're attractive women that are in good shape. I understand that. But, like, what does that have anything to do with their performance? What does the fact that Lita may or may not have a butt have anything to do with the performance?
that specific instance, I give you that. But, I mean, it's another marketable thing. It's not something that can be completely discounted. It's part of who and what they are. Because if somebody is, like, hideous and they're playing up that they're hideous and that's their thing, you can't fault them for that either. But we're in a day and an age where not everybody that isn't the only thing.
Right.
Because we used to came from a time when that was the only thing.
Right. And that's why,
do some slaps, do some kicks, do some half-ass punches, do the facebuster thing, and maybe a Bronco, and then done.
I was putting out the pictures on Sunday, like as matches were coming up. And initially I was like, dude, I'm super psyched for Evolution. And one of the comments we got, Fredo, love you dearly. And he was joking.
He was poking at you.
But Braun Panties match was his response. And so, of course, mine was boo. Just boo.
Boo.
How dare you?
And you played it gentle. Boo.
Boo. And anytime he responded, boo. And again, he was just playing.
Because he was legitimately listing matches that would have happened at WWF Ladies Night back in 94 or whatever, you know?
Shoot, even up to like 2004, probably even.
We'll get into that too. My viewing experience was vastly different than I imagined or expected.
Now we talked about, unless it's part of their character, like Mandy Rose, for instance, looks are part of her character.
Right.
Like that's why Graves sells it up. Oh, God's greatest creation. Oh my God, shut up, Saxton. Like, how dare you ruin this for me?
Right.
That's part of the character. That's part of the thing. So, like, I'm not saying it should never come into play, but these are all very beautiful, very attractive women. So, like, why are we talking about why is you see a terrific pay-per-view like that? Why is your takeaway that Lita has no ass? Why is that your takeaway?
Dude, I have no idea.
That blows my mind.
Well, because think of the people that are saying it, though.
Fair.
Are they really worthy of that attention? No, and no, they're trying to marginalize people, and they're from a marginalized perspective themselves. They have no chance of succeeding, like, in life as a result of attitudes such as that. And it's. I think at this point we've weirdly evolved into a point where that isn't groupthink or saying what the masses are saying just to kind of aggrandize oneself. It's attention seeking.
Yeah.
It's the people that when you go to play games online and they're just racist out of the blue for no reason.
Hey, N-Bomb.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Cool, man. Dang. What's up? It's attention-seeking behavior. It's me. It's that weird aggressive without any repercussions type thing.
I love Liv Morgan.
I know you do. I know you do. They do too. They know. Hey,
Do they?
if you don't know,
I love Liv Morgan.
there you go. That's how I want to do that.
She's probably not in there anymore.
She's not in there. She never was, Justin. It's okay.
Wonder if I have to sign into like Periscope and look up that name and see if it exists.
Mm-hmm. You just this is your chance to slide in the DM thingies. Is that how that works? Hey, did you pop into?
I'm not sliding in no DMs. How dare you, sir?
And I appreciate the fact that you don't. Well
Here-
done.
Okay, so like,
So yeah, the ghoul. I was expecting the ghouls to be out, and I didn't pay much. I rarely pay much attention to the chatter online while it's happening
hey,
because I feel like it ends up taking away from what's going on.
I do have to say that they weren't as bad as I thought they were.
I
gonna
thought
be.
it was going to be a garbage show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
But
No but.
take
Sorry.
so, and this isn't the
Attention
only
seeking.
one. This is just a tweet that I grabbed, but I know she's not the only one who put one out. Like Renee, Liv, Sasha, Bailey specifically, trying to find words to explain the feelings of last night. The feeling in the building, in the ring, backstage. It was like the first takeover or a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
To see everyone come together to create this magic was something so real and so special. But you fans are our heroes. Now, if you ask me, Evolution was WWE's way of thanking the women for not speaking out against Crown Jewel. Now, see, don't take this away from them.
Yeah.
This means a lot to them.
I got a feeling, it may have started that way.
Possibly.
But you know what they said? Cool, we're going to make the most of this. We're going to make you pay attention, and guess what? We're really good. You probably should give us time every once in a while. You
What do
can
we
bounce
always
this
say,
around.
Nathan?
What's that?
What is one of the most important things in wrestling, and we'll say WWE most specifically? What is like
pants that fit well?
one of the first things I always say?
Always maximize your screen time.
Maximize your screen time. What was Evolution? But
Literally everybody maximizing their screen time. Like
What-
even down to the Battle Royal, dude.
everybody.
The Battle Royal, which was going to be the throwaway, hey, let's get people on the card thing, advanced storylines, created new storylines, and made characters stand out and let everybody tell a story. If only in a moment you got to see character out of everybody in there.
What
It's
was
fantastic.
What was one of the most fun moments of the Battle Royal?
There's a couple that stand to mind. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Okay, that was great.
You know,
We showed that.
you know how fantastic that
earlier.
was, and you know what? They're both going to be better off as a result. I think.
I liked that they got to show some teamwork. They got to eliminate a couple women, and then they got to like put a little wedge there. There's now story that they can tell with those two on
There's some
television,
tension. What's up?
and it can lead to nothing. It could make them a stronger team, or it could fracture them. You can go either way with that, but you have something to do with them now.
Yeah, and you know what? They don't need to be in the title picture.
No,
They don't need to be facing top faces. They can face each other, build an undercard, and actually be something, man. There it is. Yeah, yeah.
in-
You know that's
Yeah.
that's my thing, dude.
oh, they've been teasing that up, and it looks like we're going to get a little of that. Which number one, good for Tamina.
Tamina and Nia, in just a Samoan throwdown, man. Big giant Samoan ladies. This is
Tongan?
Fiji.
Fijian?
Doesn't matter.
Fajian?
They're all from.
Fajitas?
They're from. Sounds good. You have any? No. Fresh
There's
out.
a bunch of candy over there, though, that we should not eat. By the way, do you have any Easter candy?
Perpetually eating Easter candy.
Okay.
I'm still eating Easter candy. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this Halloween candy. Do I need to bring that bit back?
No.
Okay, a little bit.
I've got a bit now, too, on Facebook. We'll get back to that. Tamina and Nia,
Tamina
terrific.
and Nia, like, they did a fantastic job of making you care about both of them.
Mhm.
They don't need to say a lot. They don't need to have crazy promos because Nia's not the best in a backstage promo.
She's okay.
It's serviceable. It's something different, and it feels like it's honestly her. Tamina, the more she talks, the I don't want to say the worse it is, but the less she talks, the better it is. I like to spin it that way. So we just got two big, strong ladies looking down at each other. And it's like,
And Lana trying to get in between them. That was fun.
you dummy.
That was
The
fun.
best. Did you see the mixed match challenge
Yes,
this week
I
with
did.
Lana?
With the
The
chop off.
Christ almighty.
Again, that's something outside of. I mean, they're doing it in the ring, but that is more about character.
And it's all character.
It's beautiful. It's
Everything
so much
about mixed
fun.
match challenge is everything that's great about going to a house show.
Yes.
And you getting to see it, and it's in a more produced environment, and it means something, and it's all about character, not just goofing off. And hot damn if it ain't great.
It is amazing.
Lana taking chops and selling them as though she's just been shot in the face. It's awful.
Rusev taking chops from Charlotte.
Absolutely.
Great. They're gonna have to cross that line though. Like I love that they're letting the women hit the men. They're gonna have to. I feel like we're just testing waters. Eventually, the men are gonna have to hit back. If we're looking for equality, I'm not saying be vicious or anything.
Yeah, you know what? I've watched Chikara do it for years, man, and they're always very respectful with it. And it's just like, it's one of those things, the more you treat it like it's something that shouldn't be done, the more it feels like it's something that shouldn't be done. And if it just kind of happens, and again, that'll get back to my evolution viewing experience, if you just act like this is the way it is, guess what? It's not that bad. And it just kind of is. I don't know. I don't know how or when, but then again, who thought this could happen?
Right.
Yeah.
So, what I mean, when you think about the Royal Rumble, what are some of your like memories of the Royal Rumble, like Royal Rumble moments?
Just in general?
Yeah.
The crowd taking over and counting down with the clock. That's
Okay.
always my favorite. No, they didn't do that with this one. This is just everybody started,
Yeah, 'cause
right?
everybody was in.
But you know, I think everybody did get an entrance.
Maybe not everybody, but like almost everybody.
For the most
sure.
part,
Yeah.
it wasn't just a hey everybody, hey we're starting the show. Everybody's in the ring already. Ring the bell. Let's go. Because I hate that because it feels like it takes away from everybody. You're starting them from a position of weakness as far as character goes. But yeah, they all got to be who they are and show who they are. Like, hey, here's my character time. Okay, here's my battle royal work time. And
Maybe it wasn't her.
probably wasn't her,
I
Justin.
assumed not, but you never know.
You know it wasn't her. Shush your face. It's okay. Also, a great showing with Ember Moon.
Terrific showing from Ember.
Yeah, and you know, it's
People were griping that she didn't win, and I'm like, well, now this is completely separate. Like I hate the idea of everything has to happen right now. People were griping that Nia again. Oh, ugh. What do you mean Nia again? Number one, she hasn't even been up on Raw for 2 years yet.
Right.
What do you mean Nia again? She held the championship for a month and a half, 2 months earlier this year, before giving way to Ronda.
and she's looking to work Rousey, right?
That's what they're angling towards. Her title shot. will be
If
against
I could
Rousey.
just jump kind of to Rousey here for a second. She worked with Bliss and was good. She worked with Nikki, who isn't known as the best wrestler in the world, but you know, still okay. Put on a hell of a match for. Now, we're talking about Survivor Series coming up, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Rousey versus Becky!"
the man.
Like Becky is like
The man, say it. Put
she's-
some respect on that.
Sorry, sir.
Becky is the man.
Becky is the man.
Becky Lynch is the man.
Yes. Yes.
And you know what?
Now, just imagine though Rousey with Becky, who can work like crazy. Ronda looks like she's like itching to work and doing an amazing job of many aspects that are such the subtle aspects that mean a whole lot. But her with Nia now is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, and
Rousey looks like she's more comfortable, and she can do the work.
think about
And Nia's improved as well. It's
to your point. Think about the match a couple weeks ago on Raw with Ruby Riott. How terrific that was.
yes,
I mean, it was a televised match, so
Uh-huh.
there was like confines of TV time.
right.
But you put her in there with somebody who can really work,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get something great.
And it was a little odd with the Alexa program because you don't feel like Alexa's like powerhouse or whatever.
Alexa is mic and character work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, she's
fantastic
good
in the ring as
yeah.
well, but against Rousey, it ends up being not necessarily a squash, but there's levels of realism. But you can get a little bit of realism with Nia. What happened?
Chris Witt. I'm here. Start over.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wrestle Pals.
And Ellie,
Huh?
Ellie gets it right. Respect Becky.
Yes,
You put some respect
sir.
on that.
Sorry.
Put some respect on that name. Becky Lynch is the man. I wanted to stay off of that, like as far as
You can't help it.
well, I
You want to
didn't-
jump to her side immediately.
Well, I didn't want to cheer her. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because it looks like they're still trying to sell. She's a bad guy. No, she's a badass, and I don't care what they're trying to tell me on television anymore. I'm going full bore with Becky Lynch is the man because she proved it to me on Sunday. Now we'll talk about that more. as we get there.
Whoever she's fighting, boo them.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Sorry, sorry. She great. Do we want to just go ahead since we're there because it was the main event, or do you want to go backwards? Oh, well, you know what? Because we've been jumping around here.
because it's going to be good.
We've been jumping around here. Let's finish our thoughts on the Battle Royal. Even though the Battle Royal, and I like this, the Battle Royal did not open. I
Yeah.
like that it did not open.
What was their open?
The open was the
The tag match, right?
which yes, with
I
the
thought for
legends.
sure they were going to stick that towards the end because, hey, here's the legends. We got to save them for last. I thought it was going to be weirdly the co-main right under the Rousey thing. So I thought Becky and Charlotte were going to have to go in like crazy early as a result just to break that up. But nah, man. And you know what?
Great
Good
pacing.
open.
Yeah. So, I feel like we can finish. Let's finish our thoughts on the Battle Royal. There's
Yes,
not
sir.
much else to talk
No,
about.
no, yeah.
The thing I was trying to get out of you. One of the things I think about with the Royal Rumble, the Bushwhackers.
Uh-huh.
Luke gets tossed like crazy fast.
Uh-huh.
What happens at the beginning of the Battle Royal? The Iconics are the last ones out. And, they're gratingly and amazingly annoying on the
Yes.
mic. They both come out and just start running their mouths. And it's like, we talked about this again. Yes, we talked about this again. Maximizing your screen time. They weren't going to get a lot of it. Let's go out there. We'll run our mouths. All
Right.
the girls in the ring are, shut up, stop talking. And they get in, and then they're surrounded, tossed right out. That's how you do it.
That's a moment.
That is a moment.
How long was Santino Morello in that one Rumble?
Not long. Just barely longer than Bushwhacker Luke, I
He gets
think.
thrown to the ground and he's like, I wasn't ready. And that's when monobrow time.
Yep. So it's you.
My
you,
people.
You create moments by being,
Doing something,
being
man.
present.
Yeah.
Let's see. Somebody
Yes,
talked
the
about,
Iconics are great.
Yeah, Ember eliminating Asuka was the right call, but I still think Asuka's being wasted. I mean, again, she's just now getting to the year mark where she's
And-
been on.
And I
we're
feel like she
creating
got
layers to her.
run down from where she was, but we're getting a depth enough of field that we can have people up and down
I feel like eventually,
and retreat. It's like, where's she been for a while? And then all of a sudden, storm back on the scene, and tearing things up.
Asuka's one of those characters where all she needs is a couple wins.
Mhm.
I mean, just like Becky. Becky just needed a couple wins to start her trajectory back upwards.
Right.
Asuka's the same. So
Becky was down for a long time, and everyone
Very
was kind of
long
like, "Oh, it's Becky's and also ran." Oh well, she was good. No, she's at the top of the game right now.
top of the game. Period. The WWE. She is the top of the. We'll get to that.
Okay,
But
I'm with you.
I'm just saying.
I know.
We'll get back to that. I just shoot. Get me talking about the man, and now
I know.
I'm all rattled.
You were definitely rattled.
Yeah.
You okay?
I'm fine. I think.
Okay, calm down.
Asuka. We were talking about Asuka.
Asuka.
Again, she's a couple wins away, and I think on the other side of Survivor Series, we'll start seeing her grab some wins and propelling her towards Lynch.
Oh my God.
I don't see any other way around it.
And that ends with a submission match.
Hopefully, possibly. I mean, again, we're looking at the armbar, so I'm just saying. Don't write Asuka off yet. And again, we're getting layers to her. Like some people.
You're seeing her in the mixed match challenge be silly and goofy.
Yes.
And she can do it well.
No hugging. We don't hug.
She just confused, like, no, this is happening.
Stop dancing. And it's like, this is great. We're getting to see adorable Asuka. We don't see that. She's just been a badass.
And it's nice to see that be able to be turned on and turned off.
Again, there's no legs to a badass. You know what I mean? Like if you're just straight up, all you're doing is kicking ass in the ring. Becky's working right now because she can talk and she can back it up in the ring.
Jesus, and she won't stop either.
Oh, it's great.
Good for her.
I can't
It's from the Kevin Owens school of wrestling, where it's
never stop.
just never ever shut up and always just be as mean and vicious and awful as possible. And it'll be great.
So I want to talk about this and then we'll launch into the tag match to start. Chris Witt asks, "They ever going to start the women's tag titles?" On that, Stephanie said sooner rather than later. That wasn't a yes. We're definitely going to at this time, but it's happening, and they broke. I don't know if you saw this. They broke the news to just before Evolution to the Boston Hug Connection and the Riot Squad. Because they were wrestling each other at Evolution. And again, it was just, I hate using this word so much, but cute. Because they're just all like, oh my God, this is going to happen for us. And Liv was like, oh my God, we're going to be tag champions.
Fantastic.
It's great.
It's great.
And I mean, signs would point to Boston Hug Connection. That makes the most sense because, and by the way, I'm not mad at that because... You know what Sasha and Bailey are doing? They're great wrestlers. They love wrestling. They're becoming a really, really good tag team.
Yes, absolutely. And
They're becoming a great tag team.
And that match in and of itself was ridiculous.
Yeah, we'll get there. I'm sorry. So
he's excited. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's excited.
I will say this. I don't know that. Look, there's been plenty of pay-per-views where I thought they did good to great. There's been plenty of pay-per-views that I loved.
Right.
The last time I was this excited about wrestling, like for the whole card, was probably WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, man.
It's the last time I thought that the card was perfection. I mean, again, I come back to that word in hindsight because at the time I thought that Charlotte and Becky should have mained.
Right.
But storyline-wise, nah, man. That's perfection. So, okay. So... the BFFs in a tag. Well, they're not the BFFs. The besties, Team Bestie. Sorry, Lita and Trish are tagging up against Alicia Fox and Mickie James. Was this some barn burner that was like amazing wrestling? No, but this was a great hot open.
It was.
This is how you use your legends if you're going to bring them back. Put them in the open.
Yeah.
If you're
don't
not,
let them take that top spot because they're not the top of the game anymore.
If you're main event, if you're
it
not
feels
main eventing,
respectful.
Yes, it's respectful to the rest of the card, and it's super respect because if you're not in the main, you want to open.
Right.
Why is this so hard? Like, why are we just now getting to this?
I don't know, man.
And because that's not what's going to happen on Friday.
Yeah.
DX is maining.
You think so?
Probably. Oh, well, you know what? Maybe not because Brock's there. Maybe not. But, dude, I would put a high percentage on it.
God, I think you're right. And I think that's the end of the, another end of an roar.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna be at work. And
Yeah.
guess what? I'm okay. I'm fine.
We'll talk about
We'll talk
Crown
about
Jewel.
that.
Again, was this some barn burner match amazing that I needed?
Didn't have to be. Come
didn't
out,
have
show
to
it
be.
off. And,
This
Trish Stratus looked fantastic. Like, she hadn't lost much of his step. Lita is a little rougher, but she was extreme back in the day. It's like, you can't
She
do
went
that forever.
really, really fast back in the day.
Yeah,
so,
dude. Oh, my God.
Dude,
But I thought for sure Alexa was going to get in this match and just get, squashed to no end. because they were gonna, tease some Mickey and Trish stuff.
Yeah.
And then Alexa was going to get squashed by taking everybody's, finish of some sort. And that was going to be it. Yay, Legends rule. I was actually kind of excited when Alicia Fox got put in there as a replacement. It was kind of sad. But again, I thought that was going to be more towards a main. In an open, perfectly fine. And I love that it shows like some trust for Alicia.
Yes.
It's like she can go out there and make them look good and without being awful.
Mm-hmm.
And still had Alexa out there. Alexa, even though she's got some injuries at the moment, she's still making her presence known. That was
and
good.
being on the mic, which is again like Mike
A
and character
very,
work.
very strong suit. Yeah.
So you have the big pop of the returning Trish Stratus and Lita, which, by the way, we talked about crying last week.
Yeah.
We talked about crying because of achievement specifically. I watered up when Trish hit the stage. I was like, I have no right. Again, I have nothing to do with this other than this was something I wanted as a fan.
Right.
But I don't know that I've ever been more happy than when that was happening. Like, just so excited for these women who've been working so hard to get their time to shine.
Absolutely.
And again, as somebody who's been a fan for so long, just seeing it happen, and oh my God, this is where we are now. Like, this can happen, and it made me tear up.
And let me just tell you, this is the time when I want to kind of unload this. I was watching, and happened to have there as well somebody who had not watched wrestling before, 21-year-old, I guess woman, everything, who had never watched wrestling before. So I was prepared for a whole lot of, oh boy, Nathan's going to get a lot of crap because, this is what you like, wrestling? Is that what it is? What it is? And you know what? She watched the show because it was on in the background while the stuff was happening, and a weird takeaway from it that I was not expecting was her attitude towards the show was very much like, so this is how this is. Okay. It was normalized immediately.
Yeah.
This is how women's wrestling is, and guess what? It's really, really good, and it's not fake and dumb like it was in the 90s and early 2000s. It's something to be treated seriously, and wow, this can be treated as a real thing. And I was weirdly crazy impressed with that. That it was just if you treat it like a thing, you don't. They made a very big deal about it,
Yeah, well,
but you're
you have
supposed to.
to.
It's an
It's
entertainment
It's
show,
the first one ever.
and
I do want Bray Wyatt versus The Rock, Robbie. Eventually, I do want Bray Wyatt versus The Rock.
but I was just so happy to see it was treated like a okay. It's immediate acceptance. The beauty of entertainment is like, oh, this is how this works. Okay. And sometimes it takes just doing it and committing to it for it to be the way things are.
Mm-hmm.
And they committed to it and they did it. And
Commitment.
yeah. Oh, for Christ's sake, you with your stupid stuff.
Okay, well, later. Then.
No,
Fine.
you want to do it now. I know you
No,
want to do it.
That's
You'll feel
fine.
good.
I'll wait. But, so, the besties win.
Yes.
And again, nothing to write home about. It was a solid match. Great way to open the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And then up next was the Battle Royal, which we already talked about. Nia gets the big W. Ember got, I think, Ember has to have been like the star of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
She was absolutely again, you think about takeaways. Yeah, Nia gets the win, and she's going to get the title shot. Dude, Ember doesn't need a title shot right now. She just needs.
Just needed to look good.
She needs to look good. She needs to be.
And she's weirdly
Taken
not
seriously.
not had as much of an opportunity in like the singles level.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only so much you can do in a singles match, but here you get to be goddamn House of Fire, and she was House of Ember. Okay, I don't know how that works. It's fine.
And up next,
The finals of the Mae Young Classic.
yes.
People you weren't expecting to see. Jesus, dude.
So I was texting. This is Io Shirai versus Toni Storm, and I was texting back and forth with DJ and my brother Rob. And DJ is one of those people that he's been like checked out of wrestling. He more recently got back in, and I think he's really only watching out of boredom.
That's fine.
And like he pretty much consistently just kind of goes, yeah, this was awful and this is terrible. I'm wasting my time and blah blah blah.
Hey, keep watching. It's fine.
Yeah, but so for the women's, he's like, oh, all women's pay per view. Oh, he's one of those guys. Not
Well,
ghoulish, but
But again, that's what he's been raised to think, man.
Yeah.
That's what's been the norm for this. Christ
you-
almighty.
something about the Evolution pay per view there. And I'm not sure if you know Norm Macdonald here. He's the Evolution pay per view
Yeah.
happened this last Sunday. The whole women's. They were playing.
Yeah.
Don't know if noticed this about it. It's, ladies.
Christ almighty. Oh God. Oh, hold on.
The impression's not good.
No, it's great. And that's the problem. That's why I hate it. Because it goes on longer every time. And then I'm like, okay, he's done. No, he's not. Not even close. Nor is the real Norm. Never done. But yeah, this is showing what the norm can be. But he was brought up at a time when it was dumb.
Yeah.
It was stupid. It was an afterthought. It was an
bra and panties
attraction.
matches.
It was
pillow fights.
You remember the whole thing with Southpaw Regional Wrestling? We've got a women's wrestler. There's nobody here to wrestle her, but we got one. There we go.
And for the record, and I see a lot of people putting this out there, and this was something I meant to mention at the beginning. So, I apologize for the sidestep. TNA already did this, and X company is nothing but women, which is great, by the way. I'm not discrediting or discounting that, but never has it been on this level. Number one, the production value of what WWE did, but I couldn't even count on one hand how many women's wrestling matches I've called and or seen in the state of Virginia. Do you know how many cards I've called and or seen between 3 or 4 different promotions?
I have no idea.
And I can only think of maybe 5 women's wrestling matches.
Yep.
So don't come at me like women's wrestling is like this huge thing everywhere that is getting respected. There's plenty of places that are respecting it, and there's plenty of places where it is happening. But don't act like it's the norm. It should be, and it will be.
And this was a great step towards it.
Yes.
Like I said, I had a first-time viewer that was oh, this is just how this is. And I don't want to change that and go like, well, it's been weird and garbage in the past. It's like, yes, yeah, this is how it's gonna be.
Yep.
And that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. So I didn't mean to sidestep like that.
No,
but,
by all means.
But so
There's a lot of weird emotions and new nuance here that we haven't had before.
So those first 2 matches were nothing to write home about, but they are the first 2 matches, right?
Yeah, they were the hey, everybody get hyped up. Hey, there's a lot of stuff going to be going on. This is weird.
And so, again, I don't know what it is about the word hot that's really starting to make me uncomfortable lately, like as far as when talking about a woman's appearance. I don't know what it is, but it makes me uncomfortable for some reason. But, my brother Rob goes, oh, these Asian women, they're really hot. I'm like,
Cool, man.
Actually, I think that happened.
She'll also tear your face off, dude.
that's true,
So, what's up?
Actually, I think that happened in the Kairi Sane match. But regardless, so we start watching the match, and they're going, "Oh my God, this is really good." I go, "Yeah,
Yeah.
And my immediate response wasn't, "Oh yeah, you should watch blah blah blah." I'm like, "This was the EO that I've been waiting for."
Yeah, dude.
Nothing else.
This is who they wanted originally.
Yes.
They went with Kyrie because she was healthy and ready to go, and she's great. But man, she's. God, I keep going back to it. Crown jewel of women's wrestling, dude.
She's the genius of the sky.
Yeah.
And well, again, like not that her Mae Young appearance was bad, but much in the same way, Kairi Sane versus Toni Storm last year, I thought was the one where I finally saw the Kairi Sane that I thought I was supposed to be seeing.
Right.
Her match with Baszler was good, but like nothing amazing. Her matches leading up to this, they were good. This was the one though, because
it
Toni
built.
looked amazing,
Yeah.
and Yo looked amazing. Both of them looked incredible.
And a good contrast in character and style to a point. And dude, like this is like as pure of just wrestling event as possible. If you go to an indie show in a company you haven't like followed, you're going in there with I don't know who these people are, but someone impressed me. Come on.
Yeah.
This is what you're getting with the Toni Storm and Io Shirai match, because it's like, hey, if you haven't been watching the Mae Young Classic, I don't know if you know who these people are, but here you're gonna watch them. and you're starting from fresh to be invested in these individuals.
Yeah.
And they were able to grab you, establish who they are, and take you on a journey. And then also it's like, also we're amazing wrestlers. I don't know if
Yes.
you've noticed this.
And
And we're representative of not just WWE, but the world. It's
Yep.
more about the WWE being more open to being working with other companies and
have-
having people come in.
more on that later.
And as a result, you're rewarded with amazing wrestling.
Yeah.
These two could have had this match anywhere else in the world, and it would have been.
They have
They have, and I'm sure it was good. But here's like this giant stage.
this massive.
And we're not
stage.
going to lock you in and change your style. We want you to come here and we want you to do what you do because we see value in you,
Yes.
and you're going to lend credence to this product, and we can work with you without having to own you. It's a new era
Yeah.
of that. But they get to come in fresh and establish who they are in just their entrance and in their work.
And here is where the pay-per-view starts taking. Now, for me, I'm already in
Yeah.
because it's got everything I want. It's got the first two matches, which are entertainment mostly, and then you've got pure wrestling here.
Pure.
And I'm not shocked because I know what to expect.
Right.
But my brother and DJ are like, "Wow, that was really
Holy
good."
crap, that was good wrestling.
was like,
those must be
yeah.
the two good wrestlers.
I was
all
like-
right, back to the garbage. Nah, dude.
Nope. But that's exactly what I said. I was like, "Yeah,
This is the beginning, dude.
no
Enjoy.
doubt. Get ready."
Yeah.
And so Tony Storm wins the Mae Young Classic,
Mm-hmm.
and again, the personalization. Just watching her, like realizing, oh my God, this just happened on this stage
Mm-hmm.
on a WWE pay-per-view in front of the world. I just beat arguably the best women's wrestler
Yeah.
in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and she breaks down and like just that human moment and it's just incredible.
And it told a fun story year to year too, just because she was in the tournament last year and had an amazing showing.
Mm-hmm.
We both, and I think she's been on our radar, both of us, since
yeah.
then. It's like, oh wow, she's over there doing stuff. Cool.
The second I saw her, I
Uh-huh.
was like, Tony Storm, watch.
Yeah,
She
because
great.
she's somebody that's worked on her character independently. She knows who she is. She knows how to carry herself. She knows how her character behaves, and she's 110% with it.
Yep.
And she's more confident in it now than she's ever been.
Yes.
And damn, it was fun.
So up next is the 6-woman tag. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I don't say
He's
this.
so excited. Look at him.
I don't say this to discredit the women involved because obviously you look at the talent and it's like, well, of course. So it's the Riot Squad taking on the Boston Hug Connection and Natty.
Right.
So again, you look at the talent involved and it's like, okay, this has the possibility of being really good, but you don't expect it to because it's the
It's a
6-woman
six-man.
tag.
Yeah.
And you figure, oh well, they're going to ramp up to the title matches, so this is probably not going to be
this,
much.
This
of
felt like a New Japan 6-man match. It's like, no, we're gonna do some stuff.
They were incredible.
This match was way better than it had any business being.
There was no reason for it to be this
like
good.
you could. This was your time to go out there and be like, hey, we're on the card too, guys. Let's do our things. Yay.
The
okay.
Riot Squad, their teamwork
Yeah, dude.
On-
Their dastardly teamwork, by the way.
on full display.
Uh-huh.
Just again with quick tags and old school teamwork, old school tag team wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching them dismantling.
Cutting off tags, knocking people off the apron on the other side.
It's old. It's old school,
Yeah.
but it still works.
And it's beautiful just in a trio setting, man.
Yeah.
When you can have two people double teaming while the third one's distracting the ref.
Yep.
Little things like that. You get that in tag wrestling, but something about trios is where that weird magic happens, where it's like, oh, everything's broken down.
And you got a great ring general like Ruby,
Uh-huh.
who can take charge, and it's just like I've been waiting for that time to see Sarah Logan finally like shine. And oh my God, did she finally get a chance
The
to
Viking
shine.
training is really coming through.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they didn't hammer that home too much.
Well, they do it
on
They
Raw.
throw it in there, and then they throw in the backwoods of Kentucky. It's like, all right,
One or the other.
pick one.
I'd rather. I mean,
I'm
I guess
okay with Huss. Fine, do it.
And I don't just say this because
Okay. I like that she has the weird face paint.
Yeah.
She's slowly becoming Bull Nakano, and I'm okay with this.
speaking of, you saw
yes,
Beth's
I
shirt.
did see the shirt. Renee was sporting the Bull Nakano shirt. That's awesome.
It was Beth, but yes,
As Beth had a. Oh, I'm sorry. I was so excited about the Renee thing because there's more
also
Renee
got,
stores.
We
Yes.
also got a like from Beth because I made mention that I love that team. Look, I love Graves, and Graves and Renee are getting to be really good on Raw together.
Oh yeah, the gelling is starting to happen. I'm not talking about his hair.
But
Sorry, Gravy.
I also would not be against Beth coming in and being like,
You know-
that team is great.
You know what my favorite thing about Beth over the night was? The later it got and the more tired she got, the more excited she got, and the more the accent started coming out.
Yeah.
And it made me just happy. I was like, she's really into this, man. This isn't Beth Phoenix. This is whatever her real name is.
Beth Copeland
Okay. Fair. Fair. I should know this.
went way out there on
Oh,
the limb, didn't we?
oh man. Oh gosh, man. She's just the whole everything. It just breaks the character's done. She's just legit reacting. It was great.
Yeah.
It was honest. It felt good.
So again, this way better than it had any right
Mm-hmm.
being. Riot Squad's teamwork on full display.
We got to see was it a double sharpshooter?
Yes. I wanted to talk about Liv for a second though. Like again,
Of course you do. Jesus Christ.
like,
Here we
the
go.
character's been there, right?
Yes.
But and she's had moments where she got to show the character like in the ring. But like just so they put more story to her
Yeah.
during this, like, oh, she's kind of like a spoiled brat, and she's the juvenile delinquent, and she got to show more of that in this. And again, this was, Ruby's done zero wrong since the Riot Squad came up. Nothing, like, done nothing but like show how great she is.
Yeah.
And she's slowly becoming my favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause
Bailey,
she's one that's really innovative as well.
Johnny
you know?
Gargano, Bailey, Ruby Riott. I think. Well, let's not forget the man.
The fact that there's that much debate is a good thing, Justin.
Absolutely is.
Yeah.
And you notice what most of those names, how many men are in those names. Just saying. But they were
Tomato champs.
he great too. But
Jesus Christ, Justin.
but the Riot Squad was terrific, and getting to see some more gelling teamwork from the Boss and Hug connection.
Yeah, and you know what? I that ended up being the story of what eventually got them the win was teamwork. As they're hitting the Bailey with that elbow from the top rope, and Sasha with the frog splash from the top rope.
I want to disagree, Chris Brown, because Ellie had said something about she was upset because I think it was Shayna and let me read it verbatim. Kind of aggravated me when he called Kyrie and Shayna men. That's a slip up. But Chris Brown responds, Cole these days is nothing more than a living commercial for the network. Most of the time, I would agree with you. Raw and normal pay-per-views, absolutely, 100%.
Branding.
But when you watch Mae Young Classic, I thought on Evolution.
Oh, was he calling some of the UK stuff as well? What was
He
he calling
has.
with? What was he calling with Brian that one time? Daniel Bryan. That was that the UK tournament?
He did the UK tournament, but that was with McGuinness.
Yeah,
But
maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
But regardless,
Or was it the last cruiserweight tournament?
Cruiser was
But yeah,
Morrow and Daniel Bryan.
but yeah. Okay.
Point being, like, on these side steps where it's about the wrestling,
When there's less in his ear,
yeah,
yeah, he's
Which-
amazing.
again on Evolution, I don't think if anybody was in his ear, it wasn't the same as usual because he wasn't selling. I thought he was talking about the action mostly.
Yeah, because it gave a finality to it. As though there was a climax here this evening. It was everything that was happening here and now, not towards the next thing.
Yeah.
Not towards the selling of merchandise. It was towards finishing the story
Yep.
or where the story would go from here,
And then,
if it would. And and that evolved during the night. It became no, this is a good show.
Yeah.
This can happen again. This can happen often.
this needs to happen again.
Mhm.
But we'll get there as we conclude our thoughts too.
Right.
So the Boston Hug connection and Natty win.
Right.
And big win. Afterwards, the Riot Squad cuts a promo, and I don't know if you saw it. Ruby was on fire talking about we're about to become everybody's nightmare. Like this was a dream, and this was great that this happened, and everybody's all happy and stuff. But we're about to be a nightmare to you all. And I mean, it didn't come over to Raw like that it happened, got brought to Raw, but they didn't get to do that.
But they teased something. It was like, hey, just because we lost here doesn't mean it's the end of us. We
Right.
ain't even close. Hopefully they get away. I think that was mentioned in the chat that they've been written kind of silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, mustard and ketchup on a door is kind of stupid. Let's
Yeah.
not do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Be badasses.
Yeah.
It's all right. You ain't far off. The
it's
characters
Raw.
are all
It's the
there.
difference between Raw and SmackDown.
Just be jerks.
Be jerks.
Just be jerks.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried pulling down scaffolding with a grappling hook? Seems to work.
Worked for one guy.
Well, I mean, he's a big guy. I don't want him.
Okay.
Gotta get him. Christ. I don't. Put those away. This is dangerous.
So Natty does at one point. Oh, I do want to point this out though.
Yes.
So Natty
He's so excited.
Natty does put the double sharpshooter on, which she hasn't done in forever.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool to see. But as that's happening, Liv was the legal person, the legal woman.
I think about that was about the time I mentioned that. I was like, I'm uncomfortable with the term legal. I was being ghoulish just to bother Justin. It worked. I'm sorry.
But she busts out the Jersey Code Breaker
What?
on Natty, which is like, oh, cool. We haven't seen her finish her since they showed up on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. I mean, I don't think they called it. I think, Liv Morgan takes
With
her
a
out.
thing.
Yeah.
She did that.
Yeah. But so that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you mentioned the teamwork before with the elbow drop and the frog splash, and we saw the heart attack, which was really cool.
Uh-huh.
And then I really love their finish, like the bank statement into the belly to belly. I really like that.
It's a bunch of ridiculous
Teamwork. And again, they look like a team. They have matching gear, and
Yeah.
I hope they're not just trying to drag us in just to break them up. I really hope they are.
I think they've tried that enough times that they're just going to let that go.
You need, if you're going to build a tag division.
If Sasha goes heelish again, I don't think it'll be at Bailey's expense, and that'll
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah,
Just
totally.
let her be awful somewhere else.
Yeah.
'Cause also, I kind of want to heal Sasha. Every time I see her, I'm like, I can't wait till she pokes someone in the eye and bites someone's face off. This is going to be
She's
great.
going to be a great bad guy. But, in the meantime, she can help build a tag division.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably the best use of her character right now.
Right.
Especially where she is. So, again, Natty and the Boston Hug connection win. And that takes us to the NXT Championship.
Yeah, man.
Kairi Sane and
Okay.
Shayna Baszler.
Now, again, I said I was watching with a first-time viewer.
Mm-hmm.
She's been exposed to wrestling before. 21 years old. Into anime and the like, right?
Uh-huh.
She's been attempted to have wrestling shown to her via Asuka, because, hey, you like Japanese stuff, and she's Japanese, and it was like, that's cool, I guess, but wasn't as into Asuka because, quoting, that's like that serious anime stuff that I'm not into. I like the goofy stuff. Cursed a little bit more though. So
If she likes the silly stuff, there's no reason she shouldn't love the. I know she likes the New Day. Pancakes.
Yeah, absolutely. So all of a sudden there's a pirate princess, and attention immediately snaps to it. Like, what the hell is this?
With her little
Is that a pirate?
treasure chest
What?
with the championship.
Yes. But, yeah.
It's wonderful.
Guess what? All the people that say stuff like that is silly and stupid, it's there for somebody, and it brought in somebody that hasn't really paid a whole lot of attention, just in passing, saw this and was like, hey, that's some stuff. I like that stuff. And guess what? The creepy old men in their late 30s, they're not spending. Well, you're spending. You bought the shirt, but guess who's spending the money?
I'm also not creepy. How dare you?
But I meant in general, not you, but in general. Are those the dudes that are spending the money buying the stuff? No, they're not.
Oh.
They're watching illegal streams and they're bitching about it on the internet. Meanwhile,
had to go over and be you.
exactly, that guy, not you. That guy though, not you, but that guy.
I liked the
Not
match.
y-
I just didn't like the booking. Really?
Dude, you never seen a book. Shut up. And it doesn't apply at all. But hey, here's this 21-year-old who's like, I have disposable income. I would like to buy things now. Guess who's funding everything? Not the Saudi Arabian royal family. But other than that, the 21-year-old's buying stuff. And guess what? Pirate Princess over as well.
Yeah. To that point, so I mentioned earlier during the Mae Young Classic match, my brother goes, "Oh, these Asian women are hot," which again
Alright.
I have a problem with.
I'm sure you said, all right.
I didn't even say that. I said
All right,
Baszler's a badass.
dude.
That was my response. Shayna Baszler's a badass. And so she comes in, and again, they're still skeptic, but they enjoyed the Mae Young Classic final.
Mm-hmm.
They enjoyed this 6-woman tag because I was like, that was way better than it had any right being.
Yeah.
And they agreed with me. And by the way, DJ's an old man. He goes to bed at 8:00 every night. So at this point, we're already at like
Old or smart? Continue.
old.
Damn.
Because he gets up at 3. He'll say, you ask him, and he'll say, oh, I'm an old man. I go to bed like mad early. So, and anytime we ever text during any other pay-per-view, by now, easily out. Because we're halfway through the night. This is, so they started at 7. This is like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. This is well past his bedtime.
He's stayed up too late.
This is well past his bedtime.
He's got cheap breakfasts to buy in the morning.
So I
don't know.
He does love Hardee's,
Okay.
but he loves Bojangles more.
Well, way out of practice. I'm sorry. Oh, it's two. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
See,
just
I can't
slap
do this.
that thing around. It's no big deal.
Yeah. So, don't enjoy that.
Again, my response. Shayna Baszler's a badass. That's all I said about the match.
She was the most vicious, evil, awful human being of the night, and it's something that isn't as prevalent in women's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
A dominant, awful heel, and she was that in every way.
Couple
Her
minutes
presence, like, because again, a 21-year-old watching it in very different terms than the standard viewer, looking at Baszler is like, ooh. That's the reaction you're supposed to have.
Yes,
Yeah, she looks mean and awful, and she's going to do awful, horrible things.
that's right.
Yeah, to the
And-
pirate princess. Oh no!
Somebody that you
How
can
will
really
she
like.
ever overcome?
Yeah, well, she didn't. But
Oh, shut up! She tried. Leave her alone.
a couple minutes in, my brother goes, "Oh!" I was like, "Yeah, keep watching."
Yeah, they're just starting.
I was like, "Just keep watching." And I mean, I saw bitching about the other 4 horsewomen getting involved. I'm like, why? Like, are we
you
just
mad?
looking-
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So Kyrie could have won if it weren't for these dastardly bastards
Oh, wait.
interfering over here.
Oh wait, so Shayna needs help now? She's a bad guy.
She
I
could
mean-
win on her own, but look, it's so unfair. Oh my god! There's nothing you could do about it.
I don't know
What are you gonna do about it, dude?
who is the greatest heel in wrestling history.
Don't make jokes. Don't make jokes. Don't make jokes. Don't give me jokes. That's right, Mongo.
No, that would be more like this.
Calm down. Oh Jesus! Don't do that. You're gonna hurt us. Ric Flair.
Yes,
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, arguably the greatest heel in
Okay.
wrestling history. Arguably,
Yeah,
Ric Flair, great wrestler. No,
absolutely,
great on the mic.
absolutely.
He doesn't need anybody's help.
Nope. He can beat you on his own. You've got to deal with all these other. It's so unfair, Justin.
Yeah.
Justin, it's unfair. He has an unfair advantage. However, will we beat him? We can't. He's tough enough on his own, but oh my God, he's resorting to these dastardly tactics. Man, I can't wait for someone to give him his comeuppance.
Yeah. You mean Shayna needs help now? No, that's the point. She doesn't.
Uh-huh.
That's the point. She doesn't.
And you were mad, weren't you? You saw that and you were like, oh, come on, this is ruining what's been a great match.
Yeah. The bad guy isn't supposed to be able to out-wrestle the good guy.
And you know what? Kyrie's on the verge of overcoming the entire match. Underdog babyface, perfectly done, perfectly executed, going toe-to-toe with this monster. And she looked like a goddamn monster.
Yep.
And it was great.
Yep.
And then the monster's got this unfair advantage on top of it.
So
And took advantage of it.
And you mean to tell me that there's more story to tell, too, now that she has all those other players involved? Mm-hmm. Huh. So the story's not over. Huh.
Almost as if it goes somewhere. As if NXT has plans.
Huh.
Huh. Okay, we'll line it up. Ready? And huh. It's
Weird.
fine.
Just weird.
And guess what? Sometimes the bad guy wins, and that they carries on a story, and that's a good story too. It's like, oh man, because you've had your emotions toyed with. Because if you get happy all night, it's gonna be okay. Ah, cool. And then the same people would have bitched. Well, no happy endings for the night, I guess. It's not real.
Yeah.
Because
Or if Shayna wins clean. Ooh,
where does
she's
that
a
go?
heel.
What does it do to Kyrie?
Now Kyrie's nothing.
Yeah.
She's just the first Mae Young Classic winner, and that's
Yeah.
it. I mean, not that that's a bad thing, but that's it. Not this way. It can continue on, and we don't have to pull her to the main roster where she drowns immediately.
Mhm.
I don't see the complaint. If you got, it's fine. Just let yourself get got.
That's good. Getting got is good.
Just be mad. You can be mad. That's cool. Be mad. But Shane needs help now. Yes, that's the point. Shane
wonderful.
needs help now.
Are you mad?
And also,
Good.
by the way, one of the biggest selling points of this match was Shayna goes, she didn't beat me. I lost.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't beat me. I lost. There's a difference. I'm just saying, like, just enjoy things, man. Again, like at this point, this pay-per-view has delivered match after match after match
Right.
after match.
And you haven't even gotten to the matches that you're waiting for to deliver.
I mean, I will say this: like, for the most part, at this point, I'd seen the matches that I had faith were going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I assumed Charlotte and Becky was going to be good. I assumed Nikki and Ronda was going to be a train wreck.
Yeah.
So I'd seen what I thought I was going to see at this point in the night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, was I wrong. Up next, Charlotte Flair.
First of all, I want to point out the time on that. 28 minutes, 40 seconds. Time. They got time, and they maximized every minute of it.
Every single second.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Just beautiful, baby. So this moves us on to the SmackDown Live Women's Championship for last woman standing. And I immediately go, this is a mistake.
Yeah?
This is a mistake. This should be the main event.
Oh,
And-
yeah. God, I thought it was like the booking of a last man standing match. I was like, I don't know, man. It seemed pretty good.
This is
They did it well.
This is a mistake.
Yeah.
This should go on last.
Uh-huh.
And technically speaking, still believe that.
You know what?
Technically.
And Becky will make you think that from here on out. Good. I'm glad you came here because of Ronda Rousey. Yeah, she got an amazing reaction. Cool. Who impressed you?
Yeah.
That's who you should be here for. Come back. Come for the Ronda. Stay for the man.
The man.
I'm glad she's embraced it. Becky Lynch has changed her Twitter name to the man.
And she was wearing a shirt last night that said, I am the man now.
Word.
Yeah.
That's a bold step to take, but guess what?
Is she
Who's gonna-
wrong?
Is she wrong? Are you going to tell her different?
Where's the lies? There are none. It's 100. Becky Lynch is the best thing in WWE. I've been saying for months now that Lynch and Flair was the best thing on WWE television. The only thing that even approached it was the initial AJ and Joe run,
Uh-huh.
right before this little break. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if it can get back up to that fever pitch or if it's even going to be a run, if it's just a one-off. Flair and Lynch was, at worst, the second best thing in WWE. And running into this pay-per-view was the best thing in WWE.
Yeah.
And it's the heated rivalry between them, but it's also because Becky Lynch is the man. And I dare you to try to prove her different.
Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair is a fantastic showcase, and what they did with it was prove that neither one of them necessarily had to be the heel.
Mm-hmm.
You could cheer for Becky and also root for Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I think they proved that in this match because Charlotte overcame a lot of stuff.
Yes, she did.
She took a lot of beatings and dished out a lot of beatings, and it was awesome. And you don't have to necessarily boo the woo to support Lynch.
Nope.
And Lynch has further blurred that line enough with the whole taking shots at everybody.
At everyone.
Like
she's against versus the world. You said it perfectly.
yeah. What was my favorite match? What was that match I was looking forward to most of Evolution? Becky Lynch versus the World, and she's taking it on, and she's kind of whipping their ass.
Yeah.
World ain't looking too good.
Again, we talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the show, like where I wasn't sure where I believed that she was, again, they were the best angle, hands down.
Yeah, some people perform up to a level of their competition, and they might excel and be a little bit better than that. She's taken it into something different. She's transcending, and people don't transcend all that often. She's on the verge of transcending, and she's done all the legwork for it.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure which way to go because TV was trying to tell me to boo her, but I didn't want to boo her.
Right.
And sometimes I will boo because
she's owned that now, and she's taking advantage of it. It's like, I was going to go this way whether you came with me or not. So I'm glad if you did, but whatevs.
yeah.
I don't need you.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what good wrestling is? Me.
So after this match,
Whoa.
immediately, I decided, you know what? She's my favorite thing right now. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to deny it on every single post. This is stupid social media stuff. But if you look at the WrestlePals Instagram or anytime she tweets, man. Mm-hmm. Because you know who Becky Lynch is? Becky Lynch is the man. She is absolutely the draw in WWE.
Dude.
Maybe not financially yet, but she delivers on such a high, consistent basis. And it's funny, Becky is slowly turning into the female Austin, is what Christopher
Dude.
Brown says.
Yeah.
No. She's turning into Austin. Period. Not female, Austin.
Yeah.
If they nurture that correctly, she could be the face of WWE.
Yeah. And
Period.
She's got such a good mind for every part of it, especially character-wise. Because she's played the happy, fun, kind of also ran, but it's like, I'll wait my turn. Wait my turn. And then it was finally this turn came, and it's like, I'm going to absolutely make the most of it. And you'll never be able to turn that back off or down again. Even if title be damned, if she goes into this with her mouth running like she does, holy hell.
Well, again,
She'll make you believe she absolutely hates whoever she's in the ring with. She'll elevate them and force them to be better, and she's either going to freaking trounce them and move on or have a rivalry and build them up.
let me ask you a question. Which title is the hottest in WWE? Is it the Intercontinental Championship?
No, God, no.
Is it the U.S. Championship?
They still have that? That being said, Shinsuke versus Rollins. What's up? Sup?
I'm in.
This is what Survivor Series needs to be.
Oh, it's
I'm
gonna
very
be
happy with the direction for Survivor Series.
Yes.
But, let's
Is
see.
the U.S. title hot?
No, not really, no.
Are
It's kinda there.
the Raw tag titles
Oh,
hot?
God, no. Did anybody still... Are they anywhere?
I don't know. They didn't explain that this week, by the way.
It's fine.
That's
We just got a whole lot of...
which I dug, by the
did
way.
too, but he looked like he was falling asleep. It was just a bad camera angle on him. So it's like, I got it. I know what it was.
All they had to do was say, "Oh, by the way, Baron Corbin stripped them of the titles," or "They're still tag champs." Just
I'm fine. This is I trust storytelling. You can keep it for another week. I don't care. It's cool. Get to it eventually. Seth wanted answers and got none.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Continue. Carry on.
Is this the SmackDown tag titles the hottest?
They're okay, but no, not really.
Is the WWE Championship the hottest title?
It's pretty good. It's all right. I like it.
I don't know that the title's hot.
Oh, it's dead come Friday.
Yeah. But AJ rules.
AJ rules. Yeah.
I mean, but is the
Oh, how
title
about
hot?
that? How about that Universal champ?
That's never been hot. It's never been hot. It's never been interesting.
Like
Had a
v-
brief second when Roman won it, where I was like, "Yeah!"
All right.
And then
he started making some defenses and was like, "Hey, I like if I saw that thing in person, I would never touch it.
yeah, right.
Just don't touch that goddamn thing."
It's cursed.
Well, I mean, I think it's Brock Lesnar's fault. He infected it with some weird evil thing that only he can withstand. I'm pretty sure he's venomous.
Is the Raw Women's Championship hot? Ronda's hot,
Yeah.
but the title isn't.
No.
The Cruiserweight Championship.
I like it. It got a nice little pop
not
there.
hot, though.
It's not really. I honestly feel like NXT title is hotter than most of those.
Yeah.
And NXT tags and UK's kind
Yeah, I mean, again, they're
of... Nope, SmackDown Women's Championship, yo. I know
Hands
you're trying to
down.
get me there.
hands down
Because it's important. Why? Why? Because of simple things.
because the man holds it.
And holds it up and says, "That's mine." What?
You can't have it.
Yeah.
This is mine.
Her holding it up is the best thing, dude.
It is.
It's the subtle things, and she's masterful at them. She's always has been. She's just never got a chance to do it like this before.
Yeah.
And I think she's finding the more that she turns it up, the better it is. Because even like her Twitter game has changed, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like people talk any sort of smack at all, and she's like on them. She's looking for it. She's ready to smack you in the face. Everybody. Like it was Alexa that. Okay, I'm sorry.
So-
Go ahead.
On SmackDown last night, she comes out and she goes, "Yeah, because I'm looking forward to this even more so than Rollins and Shinsuke. Ronda Rousey versus the man Becky Lynch. Baddest woman on the planet versus the man Becky Lynch. God, I'm so excited for that.
Ronda's look good with people that haven't been like the best of
We
workers
talked
yet.
about this a little bit earlier.
Oh
but
my
yeah.
god.
Think about, okay, so she comes out and she goes, well, who has Ronda wrestled anyway? I'm not going to be out here, not naming names, I'm not going to be out here cosplaying, and I'm not going to be promoting some TV show. So that leads into Alexa's tweet. That's in response. Again, not even adding Becky.
Mm-hmm.
She just says, oh, yeah, I cosplay. Still beat you. To which Becky Lynch responds,
You should cosplay as a water boy. Because that's what you do is you stand on the sidelines
"Be the best."
with your injuries, you broken jerk. Oh my god. Paraphrasing slightly. It was actually much meaner.
So she can take runs at the bad guys too.
And she will.
And she will. She even said that.
Everybody's face is smackable.
She said, if I have to come over there and smack everybody in the face too, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Best thing in WWE.
And then I think Alexa tried to play it off like, oh, you're so funny. And then Becky's immediately back with, no, I'm not. Shut up. It's like, Jesus, dude.
The man. I don't care how many times I have to say that today.
Feels good.
She is the man, and it feels good to, you know what? I'm fully embracing this. I don't care. TV can continue to tell me that she's a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it. I never did. I was just willing to go along for the ride, and you know how I am. I like. Sounds ridiculous. When
You want to play with the story. You want to
Right.
go along. You want them to take you on a ride.
Yes,
Becky's taking you on her own ride.
and I'm going.
You're going.
I'm going, and she's the best thing in WWE. She's the man, and nobody can convince me of otherwise. In the story.
And I think they're letting it happen, man.
Yeah, and this match, again, like, this was the exclamation point of her
God,
ascension.
we haven't even gotten into the match. We've gone into just her character play.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, because, again, Charlotte has played a perfect role in this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about SmackDown for a second again.
Okay.
Because look what it's done to Charlotte.
What?
So Paige offers her, hey, I want you to be the captain. I'm sorry you lost. Rough night. I want you to captain the SmackDown women's team. I don't think I'm the woman for that. Charlotte Flair said that? That's beautiful. That is such a beautiful play.
You know what? You can lose and have it develop and elevate you more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where she's at right now.
You mean to tell me that Charlotte Flair doesn't think... Again, we
If you keep forcing her as, the woo, and that's it, people are going to backlash against
Yep.
that. You develop her into a deeper character. You can cheer for Charlotte the person rather than Charlotte the character.
again, like I was about to say, like we know that she's put in the work,
Absolutely.
obviously, but the character has just had things handed to her.
Mm-hmm.
So she was getting something else handed to her, and she's like,
I don't deserve it.
I don't deserve it.
I've been showed that I don't deserve it, and to get it again, I'm going to have to earn it.
So she takes a step back.
Mm-hmm.
In doing so, she elevates herself, and look how much more that puts Becky up there too.
And it gives space for other people to step into that.
Oh,
You get to see Becky versus everybody.
I love SmackDown.
Becky versus the world.
I love SmackDown.
I can't wait
love
till we
Becky
get
Lynch.
Becky Lynch versus Daniel Bryan. It's gonna be amazing.
I'll take it. I'll watch that.
I know you would.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Christopher Brown, here's a scary thought. Lesnar winning it back and holding on to it until his UFC fight to see if Vince gets what he wants. A dual champ he can exploit for more casual fans who don't... You know what? I tend to think... I don't want to get into too much of this. I'll come back to that thought. Please bring me back to that because we'll get into that.
Dual champ, Lesnar. What happens?
Are there moments that you want to talk about
During the
from
match?
the match specifically?
Yeah, dude. When
Please
everybody,
please don't bring up the chair getting. I get it.
the what?
The ref kicked a chair towards Becky or something.
Well,
number
yeah,
one,
dude.
I didn't even notice it.
Well, because
I was watching attentively.
I saw. I was
I'm
watching
sure-
John Tenta. Lee.
I'm
I
sure.
had my earthquake thing on. It was great. It was fun.
I'm sure. I seen many people
Yeah, dude, it happens. It just happened to get caught on camera. It's
I'm
ain't
sorry,
no thing.
that sucks. But
You
if-
were supposed to be watching the ladder right now. You're watching a magician do tricks,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, it's in that hand. Cool, great, awesome.
I hate
It was. You're right.
It's like everybody's looking
Neat,
for
dude.
chinks in the armor. Like, why? Does
And-
that make the match awful?
Nah, dude.
Then what's the point of pointing it
There's
out?
also another thing. It was I think it was Jimmy Corderas was the ref. Like a spot there at the end, the powerbomb spot through the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like he grabbed onto Becky's outfit, like keep her up on the ring,
Hmm.
just to give her like a little extra support. Somebody got a shot from that from like the reverse angle, and it was like, yeah, because he's good and making sure that everybody's safe on these amazingly complex and dangerous things. And what are you doing?
I mean, since we're on this topic, I'm going to bring up Edge's Twitter machine there. which,
Word.
By
Okay.
the way, I had no idea him and
But-
I had birthdays so close together.
Oh yeah, it was his birthday last week. What's up? Go ahead, sing the song.
What song? Brood. Gay rocks.
Kicks are fire. Kicks are fire. Don't press that button. God damn it. I'll smash this machine
Later.
right in front of you. But the moment of the match was the dude. It was the ECW callback where they're both throwing chairs in from both sides of the ring.
Beautiful.
It was amazing.
Beautiful.
That and Charlotte catching the kendo stick, and then the announcer, I forget which one it was, said basically along the lines of, "Hey man, when you get your ass whipped, you do crazy stuff. Like I don't know, catch a kendo stick with your bare hands,
Yeah.
and get crazy." Or when Charlotte and this was crazy. These are a lot of Charlotte moments.
Yeah.
Charlotte coming out of the spot where I'm burying you under everything, and she gets up out of it, and the face she's making, her hair's all messed up, and it's like face is all red, and Becky's face turns to
Yeah. Yeah.
and Becky sold that very well too. It's like she doesn't need to. That's part of the character that doesn't necessarily need to be there yet. I want to see that turn into I guess I have to beat your ass more.
Yeah.
But there was a little bit of a oh no, she could win this.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with, but Becky's acting is top notch. The man's acting is top notch.
Put some respect on it.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
Adam Copeland. Edge tweets, "What a match! Everyone involved deserves props." Mm-hmm. To which this dude responds, "Edge man, Becky had Charlotte down for 20 seconds while she was building the fort on Charlotte, and Kyoto wasn't counting until she finished building."
Luciano. Okay.
I hate that. Awesome match though. Just delayed refereeing makes it.
Hey,
feel
look,
scripted.
like in boxing, like if you're beating on a dude and he's on the ground, notice they don't start counting until you back away, right? Becky was still engaged. They were still engaged at that time. Yeah, if she holds him down on the ground, does that start at the 10 count? No, it doesn't. Also, it's storytelling. Shut up.
Edge responds, "Count doesn't start until action has stopped. Becky was still burying her, so you don't need to hate anything about that match. Don't be Simpsons comic book guy." I think that pretty much accurately describes.
Actually, shut up.
Does it really take you?
Is that the worst thing that happened in the match?
And does that really take you out of it? Like that little? I mean, are you seriously looking to nitpick that badly from that match specifically? Maybe you shouldn't let little things like that ruin it for you.
I don't know, man.
I can to a certain extent understand booking decisions being a problem, and I can to a certain extent like
Overall
ridiculous
care-
botches and again I hate that word, but I can understand stuff like that, but things like this, letting that ruin your experience.
That was another thing. You talk about the word botch. I was like, I think it was supposed to be like a pinfall that was supposed to be broken up in the an opening tag team match,
Yeah.
Trish and Lita thing. And they were like, oh, well, that was it. It's like, oh, okay, if that's the worst thing you can point to of the night, cool. Then you don't really have a lot to point to, and you
No.
should shut up.
Just shut up.
I mean, if you don't like it, just don't watch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stop. Calm down.
The man retains.
Damn.
The man retains.
It feels like growing up watching Ric Flair. I got a feeling she's going to be awful and unattainably good.
I don't see how this doesn't run to Mania. I think she can lose at Mania, but I don't see how this doesn't run till Mania.
Think of this Becky with anybody on
Anybody.
on that SmackDown
Anybody.
roster. The first one that comes to mind, and you mentioned it earlier. Tell me you don't want to see Becky versus Asuka.
Oh yeah. Oh, but I wanted that in a long program.
I know you do. I know
I
you
want
do.
that in a long program.
And what are we getting? We're going to get Becky versus Ronda in Survivor Series.
Yes.
And they're doing a fantastic job of starting on the build of that. It isn't
They
just
started
announced.
that night.
Started that night.
without even us knowing.
With Becky being good and Ronda having to, she's gonna have to step up her game. Her promo game, she can't be smiley all the time.
No.
She has to be that Ronda that's in the ring and know her character and maintain
Yep.
that character. And Becky's gonna make her better.
And that match is going to be incredible.
Jesus Christmas.
That match is going to be incredible. So, like I said, they started that night, again, without us even knowing, because what did I already say? Well, that should have been the main.
Yeah.
That should have been the main. Everybody already thought that. Everybody thought that. That should have been the main. That was great. That should have been the main event. That's storytelling right there. That
So-
I didn't even
so
think.
That being said, they're looking at Ronda as
she's
a big draw.
She's the draw.
She's a draw.
And she's in the ring with
And
Nikki.
she's good. And she's in the ring with Nikki.
Who's you can talk about her
Did
wrestling
you
all
did you
want
mention that earlier? With Becky said something about I'm not here
to promote a show.
not here to promote a show.
Again, you can say anything you want about Nikki.
If this-
she's a draw,
Mhm.
you heard the pop for her.
Mhm.
She's got an audience. They both have huge audiences, so there's no arguing from a number standpoint why that's the main event.
So with Ronda being this crazy draw,
Mm-hmm.
Becky being on the trajectory she is, could you
Look how many
see?
eyes are going to be on her.
Could you see this main eventing Survivor Series?
I could. Does it? I don't know. Could it? Ooh, absolutely. Ooh.
I don't think when Survivor Series.
3 weeks.
What's going to get a bigger build than that? They going to do
Nothing's
anything with
gonna get a bigger
Universal?
build. Nothing's getting a bigger build. I think it really depends on who wins that universe
I-
match. The only one who can main event is Brock, and I'm not convinced Brock beats Braun. Nikki can work. I mean, Nikki's not amazing,
Right.
But especially when she's in this heel role,
Mhm.
she's fine.
Right.
She is
Serviceable.
Yeah, I don't. Other than being a draw, I don't think she's a main event talent.
The fact that Nikki has progressed as much as she has
Yeah.
from where she started, they were brought in as models, and they were in the diva era.
I was trying to explain this to my wife when we were watching that,
Uh-huh.
the biggest thing against Nikki was like where she started and where she is now. Like it's night and day, really, with both of the Bellas, really. And again,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's more noticeable with Nikki because the style she converted to like really suits her,
Yeah.
being more of a power. And again, this heel work again really suits her because she got to use her sister to cheat.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I mean, okay, off of Becky onto this.
Yeah.
It was the main because of Ronda
Yes.
and
Nikki.
and Nikki's the draw as well. That being said, nobody expected this to be amazing
I expected
because
it to be a
everybody's
squash, really.
everybody is still looking at and it could have been
Mm-hmm.
been a 30-second match, dude. Everybody's looking at Ronda like, she's still new, but she's been pretty good so far. And everybody looks at Nikki like, you came from Diva Town. What's up? This match was better than it had any business being.
Absolutely. Even though it was the main event. So, but yeah, I agree.
I kind of felt like it took away from it being in the main event. It could have benefited from being earlier, but you can't do that with Ronda. Ronda's your hot property right now. If you put her earlier in the card, you devalue her. This was a nice, serviceable main event for her.
It also plays into the story of Becky versus Ronda. Like,
Yeah, dude.
So-
It's building that up to such a fever pitch that it could be the main.
and
That's
I don't
Survivor
think
Series.
anybody would question it.
I want to see that more than I want to see a Survivor Series match. I
Mhm.
want to. I enjoy the Survivor Series
Yeah.
matches, though. I want to see that more than I want to see any more Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Than I want to see any more Brock or Braun.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go with an AJ Joe program, more of that.
Well, it'll be
Or even if we get back to Brian and AJ or Brian and Joe or whoever it goes, I don't think that's got enough time to heat up. Even though Joe's the heater in chief dude.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's got time to heat up more than this Becky and Ronda thing because Becky's not gonna stop.
No, she's not.
She's gonna run her mouth for 3 weeks
Yep.
until someone either shuts her up or she proves herself right. And I think Becky could beat Ronda right now, and it wouldn't hurt Ronda. It would make her more believable. It would give her a reason to stop smiling so damn much,
Mhm.
and it would make Becky a goddamn legend.
Yes. So just a couple things. Look, so at this point, both my brother and DJ still in.
Word.
So that should just tell you something right there, like how good this pay-per-view was.
Yeah.
DJ has loved the last, like, he loved Io, he loved the 6-woman, he loved the NXT, and the
Last woman
Last
standing.
Woman Standing. So he's still in at this
Yeah.
point. And my brother goes, man, I hope this is a squash going into the main event. And as it ends, I'm like, that was really good.
If it hadn't had to follow Becky and Charlotte,
Yeah.
it would have been amazing. But that being said, I don't want Becky and Charlotte being earlier in the card, and I also understand why this had to close.
Yep.
So they did about as best they could, building the matches as possible.
Now,
and
to-
as far as programming the show, it was well put together, man.
So just like a loss to Becky really did something major for Charlotte, I feel like it would do the same thing for Ronda. And Ellie just said it here. I just wanted to broaden that point. I was talking to Fredo earlier, and I think Ronda needs to lose. Not only that it just wouldn't hurt her, because it wouldn't. She's still Ronda Rousey. She's still badass, and she can still whoop
And would still
everybody's ass.
retain that title. It would
Yeah.
make her look vulnerable, so anybody that challenges her, especially Nia,
Yeah.
would be credible.
Yes.
It'd be good.
She needs to. She needs to look like she's beatable. Because otherwise,
It doesn't lower her; it elevates the rest of the division.
And-
It's attainable now.
It makes that title hot.
Yeah.
If it looks like she might lose it at any point, right now it looks like she's unbeatable, and there's no way she's going to lose it. So what's the big deal?
Right.
And if she just walks through Becky, now you just destroyed all the work that Becky's just done, or at least you put out her fire, which even she can run her mouth through it, and I don't think she'll lose that much. But you're the weight.
I think even at this point, Becky could make it good if she were to lose, to run her mouth of just go right back to whipping ass.
Yeah. But again,
It was a fluke. It'll never happen again.
but you're putting out a fire for no reason.
For no reason.
When
Both could benefit from it being the other way.
and you could have this huge main event, and on the other side of it, you have this new mega star. You used the word legend earlier, and what else would Becky be at that point?
Dude.
You just gave her like instant credibility to the outside world, and us wrestling fans already see it because we've been watching it. We've already loved her.
You're seeing her trajectory into that crossover territory. And damn, it could be good. Damn, it could be good. Oofa, oofa. Uh-oh. Somebody hurting you?
No, by that logic, though, wouldn't that make Becky look unbeatable and make Charlotte look like less of a threat for the rematch we know is coming? I don't know. I mean, if the rematch is coming, it's way down the line.
I hope so.
Judging by Charlotte's demeanor on Tuesday,
And I hope that's the story they play. You don't need to go right to the rematch.
and plus you have.
Well, technically, this was the rematch, right?
I mean, it was several rematches.
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to continue after this.
No, and I don't think it does. I think if it comes back to Charlotte, it'll be a little bit. And in that time, you can start taking Becky down a couple pegs. She doesn't have to get beat, but she can start. It doesn't have to be as dominant. Put her in the ring with Asuka, and like maybe she
She chicken shits out.
starts having a chicken shit out.
She takes a walk.
which
I don't
she's
need
already
this.
started doing. Yeah,
I don't need this. Hold up the belt. Walk away. Amazing.
yeah.
There's room for her to do a lot of the old, for lack of a better term, Flair stuff.
Yeah, but that the win does more for her, and a loss does more for Ronda than the opposite. I think.
We're excited about that already.
Super
makes me
excited.
happy.
Super duper excited. But all that.
They've already started getting us hyped for Survivor Series more than we are for the Crown Jewel thing.
Yeah. Okay. So, just closing thoughts on Evolution.
Yeah. Speaking of closing, they did that thing which I'm only used to seeing on Mania anymore, where it's like the hey, the stuff's been happening all night. We've been putting packages together. We got the closing music video.
Yep.
Also, I enjoyed the theme that they had for it. I felt it fit the music theme.
Salute.
All right.
Salute. My wife hated it.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
but
it's annoying.
yeah, but it caught you in like a second. It's like here's the motif that's gonna grab you, and then they had the music video thing at the end where they show all the moments throughout the night. And it's like that's awesome.
Yeah.
That makes it feel like a big deal.
Yeah. To Chris Brown's point earlier, this could
many
be a yearly event. I think that if done right, now this can't be like a 4 or 5 times a year thing, but it absolutely at least needs to be annual. I could see if done right twice a year, maybe 3 times, but I feel like you're starting to push it at that point. In a perfect world, the women just start getting more time on the pay-per-views. And then Evolution or whatever the annual one becomes is, just this is the night for all of it.
Could you see the women as a different brand? Standalone brand?
Judging by that pay-per-view, absolutely.
I think that would take away from them, though. I don't know. This is purely it's purely speculation, God damn it. But I think there's enough room there for them to stand as their own brand. But
Yeah. I don't want them
I
to,
also,
though.
I don't want them to because I want to see them have those interactions with the male thing, which gets us to what Nikki Cross has been doing on NXT. She feels like a viable, credible, important part of the storyline happening.
Nikki has a secret.
She's just rolling around happy.
A secret.
So yeah, I mean, just I wouldn't want them to be outside of the main roster. I want them to be the main roster. So, dude, good show. And again, it wasn't overhyped, and they almost kind of backed off. Like, here's the thing, I hope you like it. And then it's like, yeah, we do. This is good. We liked it. Hey.
I hate to be this guy, but
Oh,
I mean,
here he comes.
this begs the question:
Mhm.
Did they just over? So they underpromoted, right?
Mhm.
Like, I don't think there's any necessarily arguing that.
Right.
Did they just outperform what WWE thought they were getting? Because the reports was that, they don't expect much from Evolution. They never saw it as a big deal. Did the women just say, okay, well, whatever, and go out there and crush? Or did they just deliver as expected, do you think?
I don't know, man. I think this is, I mean, there was a good show, but I also think this is their norm.
Yeah.
This is what they do. I don't think they were above par. I think this is their par, and they just got the chance to do it.
And it was just back to back to back to back. Because, again, you think about the last couple of years, and there's been plenty of great men's wrestling matches, and I'm not saying that there isn't.
But there's always a stinker here or there in the middle of a card. Not that it's a bad match or anything. It was just like, it's a bad build. Didn't really go anywhere. Okay, it's over. Cool.
But
Filler.
the standouts have been the women's matches for the better part of 4 years, I'd say. And I think this was just like, okay, well, this is just all the women's matches back to back to back to back.
And we got amazing storyline matches here as well. It isn't just a throw together, cobbled together. Here's an 8-woman tag. Here's a 6-woman tag. Even the 6-woman tag had story and development to it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're going out there, a 6-woman thing? All right, we're not just going to throw it together. It's going to have a purpose. Everybody's going to have some direction coming out of this. Good stuff, man.
Ralph says, I think they knocked it out of the park. Agreed. I don't. I mean, there's plenty of pay-per-views I enjoyed, but I don't know that there's one I enjoyed as thoroughly, like from start to finish. Again, there's plenty that I enjoyed from start to finish, but I think this might be my favorite of the year.
So, again, I had like a first-time watcher, and I couldn't have asked for a better show to put in front of somebody. And, man, the next one's going to disappoint them. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, Christopher Brown says, again, let's get these positive thoughts out here. Positive thoughts and positive deeds. Wow, it's already 54. Going into it, I was expecting Steph to spew her estrogen all over the place after every second, screaming, "Look at me, I created all of this. AJ Lee had nothing to do with any of this, nor did any of the women who've wrestled in past years. It's all me." I'm glad to see I was wrong. Was she even on the pay-per-view at all?
Ooh, Steph?
Yeah, she came out.
She came out at the end of the Mae Young Classic, handed some flowers over.
No mic time.
Triple H was there as well. And, just as importantly, the third person to hand the ring, Sarah D'Amato.
And Kairi Sane. Oh, no. That was the previous week, I think, for the semis, I think. But yeah.
Sarah Del Rey deserves adulation, should be in that ring. And it's nice to see her on there and them acknowledge that she's important to this.
Yep.
And, yeah, good stuff, man.
And just to close out thoughts, I mentioned this at the beginning. If you didn't enjoy it, first of all, I don't understand. I really don't understand. But it's fine if you didn't. But this clearly meant a lot to these women.
He's so excited. Look at him.
Don't take that from them. They did something tremendous here, and whether you want to believe it or not, there were little girls in that crowd or little girls watching somewhere. Like Ellie said earlier, her niece watched it and was in awe. It's for her. like I've seen people roll their eyes when that gets said, but listen to Bailey's story. Listen to Sasha's story.
This is new and crazy for you and groundbreaking and weird, and you're all like, hey, I guess. Yeah, there's somebody watching for the first time who's like, hey, this is cool.
This is something I can do.
And they can gonna become lifelong fans and keep this company going long after you're gone.
Yep. So just let them have it,
Mm-hmm.
because they not only did they kill it, they earned it. They deserve it.
And if you try enjoying it, dude, you might just enjoy it.
You know. It's okay. Yeah.
It's okay to admire women.
Yeah. And not be like, ooh, they're hot.
Yeah, you don't need to put. Yeah, it's okay to elevate them and admire them and be proud of them
They
and
worked
in
hard.
awe of what they do.
They were awesome.
I'm not just talking about this show. I mean that in real life too.
Yeah.
It's okay to treat women as equals and,
Oh.
and and like they're people too.
Oh wow, we should try that. I feel like
Everybody I'm talking to is a decent human being. So I don't know why I'm like talking like a
Side note.
condescending third grade
well,
teacher
because
here.
you know is the underlying.
No,
theme.
they're not here. They're too busy bitching
Yeah.
about something.
And you guys know exactly who I'm talking about.
Christ.
Ellie says I was such a Mark Sunday, and I don't even care. Sunday was awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's the best. I don't care. Good.
It was great. So going from great to not great. Now listen, they're going forward with Crown Jewel, which does not shock me in the least.
Dude, money, business.
Money,
Do it. I don't even blame you for it. Go ahead.
No. And I also don't blame. Kudos to John Cena and Daniel Bryan for standing up and not going. I applaud them for that. That's a lot of money to turn down, and couldn't have been an easy decision.
Right.
I also applaud. Applaud might not be the right word, but like if you decided to cancel your WWE network because of this, good on you. Stand up for your principles. I'm totally cool with that.
And also, I look the other way too. I'm trying to find positive in like both manners of it. There's levels of, hey man, if you want to try to make some change happen in a place, you got to get in there and be visible, be approachable, be accessible, and be a part of it. And granted, now's a rough time.
It's a rough time.
But
I also look. I understand. Like
it's hard to shake hands with the door between you.
something awful happened.
Yeah.
Something really reprehensible happened. But should the people of Saudi Arabia, like the fans, should they have to pay for that? Like the people that are, I mean, I granted, again, I understand, like, it's mostly for that royal family who's up close, but the rest of that arena is filled with,
That's who you need to reach.
right?
That's if you want to make change in the world and you believe you have, if you believe in yourself and your values and your morals and your way of life, you don't seclude off from that. You have to say, hey, this is us and it's pretty all right. Take a look at it. Maybe you see something you like about it.
Yeah.
Huh? Maybe we can learn from each other. It's weird, almost as if communication is weirdly fundamental in
Says
people
the guy who
growing.
can't communicate.
Who said that? Also, another thing that the 21-year-old pointed out, immediately when she saw the promos going to the Becky Lynch Charlotte Flair match, oh, she's going to win. Why do you say that? She's got sick burns. Sick burns means you're going to win. It's like, well, then Becky's never going to lose.
Yeah, she's great. She's a man.
Sick burns. That being said, Justin's winning the hell out of this match. You accurate bastard.
Sorry, I didn't mean to to cut you so close.
I'm going to lay down on the ground now. But it's okay.
I also want to point out this one other thing, and I know this isn't necessarily apples to oranges, but and I go to that one a lot, but let's say New Japan was coming to America for something, right? Some massive special. I don't know, the G1 in US special. What if they came under heat because Trump is our president, and the Japanese people were like, you shouldn't do that, and they pulled and decided not to. Now, granted, we're adults, so like anybody going to a New Japan is likely to be an adult. So again, this isn't apples to oranges, but would you be just as vehement that they not come? would these people? I'm just saying, like, I don't think the Saudi people should have to pay for what their government did.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I feel like if you want to make a change, you don't close the door.
Yes,
But I mean,
that's your biggest point.
but also, I'm glad the WWE is not forcing it on individuals. And
You also see that they pulled
I-
back on the propaganda.
I hope there's no like dramatically. I feel like that was kind of the punishment of, hey, look, I get that you guys want to show that you're progressive, but actions are saying kind of otherwise.
And-
Now it's it like pulls back to like a Cold War stance of like, hey, look, we're gonna work with you, but you need to show us something here, man. But it's hard to tell because.
What if we dismembered a Japanese journalist? I mean, that's who says we haven't. I assume we haven't.
Because it isn't just a moral decision, but morals take precedent in it.
Yeah.
It isn't just a cultural decision. It isn't just a propaganda decision. It isn't just a money decision. There's many factors to it, and whichever way you need to go, try to make the best of it, man. But I mean, the stuff that's coming out of it, because that was one of the big to-dos from the Evolution event. They put on a promo, like while one of the packages was playing, they put a promo for Crown Jewel. Audience was having none of it. Just boo until they cut the promo. Like, all right. I mean, let's not make a big deal out of this. What?
So again, if you're not going to watch it, good on you. Don't make people feel bad that are going to watch it, because I won't mention names, but somebody did tweet me earlier, said that people are trying to make them feel bad because they're going to watch it. Now I'm going to watch it too, because we do this show, and that's a big event that's happening this weekend. Now, that being said, it doesn't look like it's going to be a very good event. It really doesn't. I
they've
like
done
to be.
some-
I like to be positive. I really like to be positive.
I hope it does well.
I'm sure. And
There'll be some good moments, and I hope some people step up and are interesting during it. But we've got, like there was rumors going around that Cena and Bryan didn't want to go,
yeah, and
so
now they're
Cena got
out.
written out, and I was like, wow, that was forced, but all right,
Yeah,
okay, cool, good spot for Lashley, awesome, I guess, okay.
yeah.
And then no, Bryan's not going, so it's like we had the opposite of a go home show. We had a stay home show. Hey, here's your main event. We're doing it now. All right. Cool.
Made SmackDown feel big.
Did.
Which
and
was
also,
cool.
they're working to build that up too. It's like
Yeah.
whoever loses on the SmackDown side getting fired. It's like, all right. So SmackDown's working to put some story and some heat on it.
Yeah.
And-
Adam Gerard, he's the one who put out "What if we dismembered a Japanese journalist?" He said that's the equivalent situation, though. Didn't mean to sound confrontational. No, you're absolutely
no,
right.
dude. It's
You're absolutely right. And I mean, again, like that's kind of what I was trying to put out there. And we haven't done that. I understand, but like some people view our president as a really awful human being.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my thoughts here. Like this is just what some people think.
there are those who would find it culturally objectionable to do any business with Americans.
Yes.
Because of
You
who
said
are
it way better
representatives.
than
Yeah.
you said it way better than I
And
could.
it's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
What?
I don't get to see New Japan because that guy's our president.
Okay. So are we supposed to be mad at him because I'm just kind of pissed at you? So cool, beat it. I guess I'll never consume your stuff or be open to your ideas or ideals or morals or thoughts or culture again. It's like, there's a lot of weird room.
Right. And again, I'll put
What's
this
the
on-
right thing to do, Justin? What's the right thing to do?
I don't know.
What is the right thing to do? I need an answer. What's the right thing to do?
I'm gonna watch it.
Exactly. There's no.
I don't know that I'm gonna enjoy it.
You go through and it's like, oh well, this feels awkward and weird. Okay, feel awkward and weird then, and decide if you want to be a better, do better in the future.
Yeah.
I guarantee WWE will be a little more careful about who they have dealings with.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure they feel way better about Australia right
Yeah,
about now.
no joke, man. So, meh.
Christopher Brown says, and I heard Hogan is hosting Crown Jewel, by the way.
That's
which-
been the new announcement. Yeah,
Was it announced?
it looked like it was.
Because I saw that a while ago when reports started coming out that Cena and Bryan didn't want to do it, that they had to get somebody with a big name in there. So,
Hey, well,
you know, it is what it is, man. And that's the best way to put what Crown Jewel is. It is what it is. And I mean, that's a very lose-lose situation that WWE, granted, put themselves in.
we're going in with just do an okay show.
Yeah.
Just do an okay show. But wasn't Renee added to the announce team?
Was she?
I believe there's maybe news as well. Look, we can't force progressive. We can't force our culture on another culture.
She is on the commentary team.
But hey, man, this is part of our culture. You want us to come
Take that. I mean, it's a little thing, but take that.
You're not going to get change overnight. You're
No.
not going to get change immediately. You're not going to get somebody to agree that you are right, because you may not be right for them, not in that moment. Progress as a culture, be a better people, and maybe other people will come along. And you kind of got to hope. And change doesn't happen overnight. Change definitely doesn't happen with one WWE event. But I mean, look at Evolution. That was a long time coming.
Yeah. Again, I mean,
And
how
now
long
you-
has it taken our country to get there? And we're,
I know, we're not some moral superior place.
yeah.
And our values may not work for other cultures at this time, but progress as a human species together, dude.
Christopher Brown's confirmed. Yes, she was.
Good.
I like it. Good.
Be a better person,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully people will be better in the long run. People are better today. As bad as you think the world is, people are better today than they were 50 years ago.
Yeah.
They're damn sure better than they were 1,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You're a witch. I'm going to set you on fire. No, that's, well, not here anyway. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
We're
This-
7
this
minutes
shit-
past somehow.
I'm sorry.
It's because we went really long on Evolution.
It was good.
Because it was good. Evolution was a good pay-per-view.
Brood Day rocks.
Brood Day rocks.
Brood.
God, that was great. I heard that music and I was like, oh my God, it's going to be New Days.
As it was my favorite music, because I would take a sock and I would put it on my hand and I would make it go brow to the Gangrel music. Brow.
That's what he was doing at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, it made me happy.
If you guys weren't here at the beginning of
I
the
had a
show, I
flashback.
played
It was
the
like
grooves.
maybe the last time I've made my brother laugh. Brow. What are you doing? Nothing. Brow. It's the best. Good Christ, do you have one more thing?
Yes. I feel like this is important because it goes to the wrestling world that we live in right now.
Okay.
Where did I put this?
Also, watch NXT with the reveal of who attacked Aleister Black.
Oh,
Some of the
yeah.
finest last 10 minutes of show. If you never watch any other NXT, watch that one because there's so much happening. It's
You've
so
got a
good.
secret.
And could we get Evil DIY? Continue.
He was
Your
so
turn.
proud. Ciampa was so proud at Johnny Gargano, the man we dare not mention.
Tee-hee. Tomato
Tomato
champs.
Tomato champs. Okay, so not here. Oh God, no.
It's
Where did I
okay.
put it? Okay.
It's
So-
okay. It's okay. Calm down.
Evolve.
I got a pee too. It's
Evolve
fine.
happened this weekend. And we talked earlier about like the world we live in wrestling right now and how open it is, how anybody can kind of go anywhere.
Mhm.
I don't know if anything proves your point more than this. Street Profit. Now again, there's a working relationship between Evolve and NXT specifically.
Uh-huh.
But Street Profits went there and won their tag team championships. Good for Street Profits because I mean,
Hell
as
yeah.
awesome as they are, I love Street Profits. They're nowhere near the top of the tag division right now. Unfortunately, there's just way too much going on that they're not going to get their time to like really truly shine yet. God, Montez Ford is still at best.
Yes, absolutely.
And Fabian Eichner won the Evolve Heavyweight Championship.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Was this all at the same event?
All at the same event. So some NXT guys went to Evolve and won some gold.
Ooh.
So there's some fun story there. Like I just feel like things are falling into place, and I mean that doesn't even get to the fact that the Jericho Cruise was this weekend.
oh, Jesus. See some of the pictures. I haven't watched it yet. The Being the Elite this week is a Halloween special.
Oh, yeah?
Opposite day type thing. And yeah, it tells scary stories.
Yep.
And I got through Cody's scary story where he talks about, you know what's really scary? Independent contractor. It's just friggin' hilarious. All right.
Thanks for coming in this week, Adam Gerard. Hopefully
Yeah,
you stick
by all
around.
means.
We'll be here next week. Maybe not in this apartment.
No.
this
No.
huge, weird, empty arena.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I love Liv Morgan. I didn't get to say that enough.
Okay, I'm going home. Bye. Hey, everybody. It's hashtag WrestlePals. If you dig us, dig what we do. Find us places, I guess.
There's a tweet from Liv.
I'm sure there is. Facebook.com
God damn.
/WrestlePalsVA. That's where you can find the show and the most active place for us, the Facebook chat, amongst others. You want the access to our back video catalog? YouTube.com. Search for hashtag WrestlePals. Spell it out. See how wrong we were on everything. We like being wrong. Get got. It's good.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Adam says, thank you. Sorry if I came across wrong. No, man.
No, not at all.
Not at all, dude. There is no wrong here.
We respect conversation, dude. If
Yeah,
you got
dude.
something to say, have at. No need to apologize. Thank you for
Thank you for
because
chiming in.
we appreciate the interaction.
Yes.
And if you want, no, dude. If you want audio version of the show, I understand. If you don't want to look at us, I get it. It's cool. It's cool.
You don't get to see me look at Liv.
You can see us on. You can find us on. Jesus Christ, you. iTunes or on Stitcher. We're on Spotify. Any of the places. Thank you, Spotify. We
Yeah.
appreciate you letting us come aboard. If you dig us, want to support, patreon.com/ohhijustin. OHHI. This dude. That's not only the home for WrestlePals, it's the home for Deprogram, the finest music show on the internet. And that, that used to be a sell, like fake it till you make it. No, it really is now. It really is the finest show, music show on the internet. Fantastic. I'm not short selling you. That's good shit. Or you also there you get the Oh Hi Justin podcast. 5 to 10 minutes of madness from this maniac
It's true.
every goddamn day.
It's true.
Damn true.
It's damn true.
Also the home of These Ghouls, various covers, everything that Justin's working on, and he's always working on something. Go there, patreon.com/ohhijustin.
Get it
Give him
while
a
it's
dollar. God damn it. Give him a friggin' dollar. I'm going to take the angry sell this week. Ready? Give him a dollar.
Please give me $1.
He just wants a dollar. God damn it. Okay. Finish selling, and then I'm going to laugh at you.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
If you want to get in touch with us individually, you can get in touch with Justin very easily at the Hulkster on Twitter. Go and, talk to him.
Someone tell Liv.
Most importantly, interact with
She
him.
was in here earlier.
'Cause
I don't care what anybody says.
Because he digs the interaction, thrives off of it. It helps him put out a better project. It encourages him. If you can't give a buck, give him a tweet. Say hi to him. He likes it. Or you throw in a hashtag WrestlePals and anything, he'll find it.
I will.
Anywhere. Anywhere. You can write it on a rock. He'll do that. I use that one too often. If you want to get in touch with me, good luck. It's completely impossible.
It's true.
That being said, at the Nate Project on Twitter is a Twitter that I own. Have at it if you want, but
That's what you after. We're getting too
too busy.
close.
And that's enough. That's enough for selling for me. Don't follow me. It's not. Get it. Mind your business. Follow this guy. It's fine. All right, I gotta go pee in your parking lot. I'll see you later. Hey, I don't know. Say something to make me mad.
No.
God damn hashtag WrestlePals.
I love Liv Morgan.
That makes me more mad actually.
I lost my keys and my little doggy's bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog bit me in the spare rib. And I'll take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.